going to send it to the other chat too.
We are live. Refuting a lot of the evidence that Last Matt was bringing up in the video. Well, I mean, of course he was.
Are we live?
We are live. You look great.
I do.
I look old and like shit.
I look like a Jesuit.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, there's spiders in here.
Like, for example, like the smaller details in what Last Matt was going through. Should I pull it up? I don't think I even watched it.
All right, we're good.
What's the name of Last Matt's channel? Or you can pull it up.
Last Matt.
Matt, 1T.
Oh, there's like little, I can see like everything.
He's not coming up.
So how was the 4th of July?
It was good. We had a really, really good 4th of July. We did everything Saturday. Not everybody showed up till Saturday. So we did the big fireworks show. I posted one video of our fireworks. I know nobody likes to see anybody else's fireworks videos. But, oh, nice. Nice.
There it is. Yeah, I'm fireworks are so expensive. There is just no reason to blow up $500. And like,
well, when you put it like that, yeah.
Well, about 4 or 5 years ago, $500 got you a pretty good amount of fireworks. And then you look at firework prices today. No. Not worth it.
Yeah, well, I mean, to celebrate the birth of the nation, to hang out with your family and friends and have a good time, that's kind of worth it. Put on a nice show for the people you love.
Well, I love them. I'm just not.
You don't want to spend $500 putting on a temporary show that nobody wants to see the videos of afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you celebrate the 4th? Did you have a good 4th?
We didn't do a damn thing.
Nothing, May.
Yeah, we're poors.
The 4th of the poors.
Next year, you should invite me out.
Okay. All right. No, forget it. Just shut up. I hate you. I'm glad neither of them answered.
What about their pants?
Nothing. Shut up. I hate you. All right. So here it is. Skimming through it. So Last Matt was trying to chronicle the sort of the whole pit omnibus story. And he may have gotten some things wrong. And Ethan was just pointing it out in Ethan's way.
What'd you think about it?
It's good lore. It's great lore. I mean, I appreciated the history lesson and the things that sort of I forgot. It didn't really matter to me while it was happening. I've seen things like come together really fast and then fall apart really fast. And then the two people end up hating each other. Like, for example, Nasser and Peter Gilmore, when they were about to do Dr. Satan, which just would have been hysterical. But they fell out, I don't know.
Because of Mandy?
Yeah, because of Mandy. It's Mandy's butthole did it. So, I mean, did I have any hopes for that it would succeed? I don't know. And if it did, I hope it would. I probably wouldn't have backed it, but I would have, retweeted it and maybe posted on a stream. But things like this just sort of fall apart. It's really not anybody's fault.
Right.
It's just, or everybody's fault.
So what I noticed is Phil was absolutely right about him being superstitious to this stuff getting out in public and it ruining. And of course, it got out in the public and it ruined everything. Everything.
You don't think they would have fucked it up with that? Well, if they did fuck it up, nobody would know about it in the first place and nobody would be talking about it. But since it was fucked up, everybody involved fucked it up somehow. So Patrick was supposed to do it first, right? Just collect the omnibus.
Yeah, there was 2 deals.
And then try to do it. But then Phil wanted to write a new one and pitch Dale the story. Let's write a new one or new stories. Dale was like, yeah. So that was 2 different. So, that was Phil swooping in. He swooped it in, and
did Phil swoop in? I don't think
he was the second. He was the second one. They didn't even get the omnibus going, and then Phil comes up. Well, let's write some more stories, or maybe that was Dale that pitched it to Phil. I don't know.
I can see, being Dale Keown, and every time someone talks to me, they talk to me about like my comic or helping me out or trying to. So like, you're not necessarily building a relationship with Dale. You're
feeling him out for what he can do for you.
Yeah, your actions and your attitude feel like what everyone is trying to do is basically a piece of Dale. And, I think he notices that and he doesn't necessarily appreciate it. And I can see the good intentions of Phil and all that. Like, I don't see that Phil was trying to be a scoundrel in any of this. And the circumstances played out the way that they did, and then you have multiple angles of attack. So
multiple angles of attack on Phil,
on
or PTP,
the subject, on the subject,
on the pit omnibus, because that's the subject of the whole. That's
yeah. I would imagine Dale would like to go about his daily life without having everyone who's around him try to talk to him about getting his pit book out and shit like that. Maybe that motherfucker just doesn't want to do it. And maybe one day he will do it. Who knows?
Oh, Mandy said she's going to do it.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm not going to buy it.
She said that today. I probably won't either. It'd be cool, though. They're going to do several. I think they're going to do a big one and then a couple of smaller ones a couple times a year.
If Bill Tucci did it, I would get it.
Yeah. Yeah, he was right. He was trying to help Dale compile all this stuff, right? Because it's one artist to another, like Dale, Billy is selling Dale. I know how to organize art and do all that stuff. And
if I were to do,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
if I had the chops, I would have everything already compiled. I would have spent the money and the time to get everything compiled, and I would have had a bunch of blah blah pages in the beginning with like a bunch of blah blah words, to get like just give the entire product to Dale and be like, look what I did, and have it already done.
Right.
And then be like, we got the pages ready. You can fill in all the blah blah blanks in the first couple pages, like the standard omnibus thing. And this, I got it all done. This all you got to do is
that's a lot of work.
Add your shit.
Your stamp of
sign off on one.
What if he says no? Then all that work was for nothing.
Well, I feel like that's how you got to approach Dale. Like, if you want to get something done, you got to already have it done.
Right.
You got to have it done. Otherwise, you're just wasting his time.
Yeah. So, okay, so they were going to launch it. And then Dale got mad. Why did Dale get mad at the Parnells?
Just drama. I mean,
Yeah.
the scene was tense. Everyone wants a piece of Dale. I sense like some people were coming to Dale and were like, "Hey, man, maybe you should think about this a little bit more for yourself." Because like the best bet would have Dale like do the omnibus similar to way Tucci did it, but then like have it everywhere, like have it on Midtown Comics and things like that. And he would have made fucking a shit ton of money.
Yeah, easy.
And like a lot of people don't
In
realize
some way to fulfill it, Dale can't do fulfillment. He's got to.
Yeah, you cut him out and be like, bro, this is all your money.
Yeah.
I get 5-10% because I've already got it done. Boom, we're done.
One of the reasons, didn't he get mad at the Parnells for that, for putting Whitney's name on it, taking Patrick's name off and
that was maybe not the best choice.
I'm sure they had a good reason.
No, I would have.
I'm sure Dale had a good reason. But it all fell apart. And in the end, does it matter? I mean, as much as PTP was making up, because Dale's going to lose his house and he's going to have to live with his mom, and we got to do it for him. We got to do it for him.
Is that even true? I don't know.
I don't know either, but PTP seems to think it is. Who did you invite? Nobody showed up.
Who did I invite? Oh, did someone show up?
No.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's,
Comments. Skinny creators are Skinny, do you want the link? Creators are damaged, fickle people. It's why we create and have no friends. That's Skinny saying that. I have no idea what this is about, to be honest. Okay.
You ever watch that movie Gold with Matthew McConaughey?
No.
In the movie, so it's about a guy who starts a gold company after his dad dies. He goes through the struggles of trying to rebuild it from nothing, and he makes a deal with the guy. He's like, whatever it takes. And he ends up getting screwed. Matthew McConaughey does, but at the end of the movie, the guy sends him like a $82 million check. The guy who fled and disappeared, and he sent him a contract that they had first signed, and it was on a little napkin, and on the napkin it said whatever it takes, and they both signed it. So even though like all the tomfoolery happened, in the end, because of the sacrifice that Matthew McConaughey made and that guy forging records and all that, they still made out with $164 million, and each of them got $82 million, and they split it evenly. But it's like a trials and tribulations. It was made by the Weinstein Company, when they were doing TWC and all that. And
Praetor 7 says he was supposed to make the Pit omnibus, but he got swooped.
But no one necessarily was going to make the Pit omnibus. There was no...
Right. It was still a good idea, but nobody executed it at all.
Yeah, everyone wanted to get in Dale's pants, but they...
Skinny keeps out of it.
Didn't want to spend the money to get in Dale's pants, is how I felt. Yeah. They all wanted a piece of Dale.
They wanted...
No
Yeah,
no disrespect
to omnibus more than Dale did.
Diaz or any of those guys.
And I think John Malin was right when he was yelling at Phil during the eclipse, is that or maybe it wasn't then, but everybody should be mad at Dale. It's only Dale who controls Pitt. It's nobody else. And he said that a couple of years ago.
No one should be mad at Dale. You
They're
know,
mad. They're mad at each other for the pit omnibus not happening until now. Mandy and Dale are going to do it.
the way I look at it, Dale's in a part of his life where if you end up completing something with him, it's like winning the lottery. The odds are so little.
Yeah, if he gets it done.
And if all these people really want to get in his pants, you should have came to him ready.
Mm-hmm.
And none of them were.
Maybe that's what Mandy did all this time. She got a plan. She's not stupid. Everybody might have seen her butthole, but she's not dumb.
Did you look at it?
No. Gross.
It was all right.
No, Jay, it was me. I was the chosen one. Predator said.
Yeah. Then you should have everything ready for him. Present it to him like, bro, this shit is done.
Does anybody consider that Dale just doesn't want to make it?
That can be. That's kind of like what I was saying. Everyone wants a piece of Dale, but maybe Dale just wants to fucking chill and hang out with everyone and doesn't want to redo Pitt, and he just wants to hang out with everyone.
Or let's somebody that he okay. Do you think Mandy is going to be a good steward of the Pitt omnibus? Do you think she's going to be able to do it? Do you think she's going to be able to pull it off?
If she's prepared, but she don't have Gymshock out, so
right. Because you were saying if I were to approach Dale, I would have it all done.
Yeah, have it all done.
Right. So Mandy might know how to get things done. She might have a plan. Okay,
she may have it all done.
Dale, if you want to do this, this is how.
No, you don't even ask them. Don't even ask.
How it can right, but how it can be done with the least amount of your involvement as possible.
No, not necessarily.
Well, I mean, he already did the work. I mean, he drew Pitt. So, I mean, that's the omnibus. So he already did all that work. It's just putting it together, collecting the files, or scanning the old ones. However, if Dale still has the files, I don't know. But actually producing it, that's a lot of complicated steps between an idea and reality.
Yeah, who cares? First world problems.
Mandy and Dale do, and kind of, it's interesting. But
you come to him with everything, or you come to him with nothing, and you just try to be his friend. And
do you think Mandy is capable of producing the Pitt omnibus?
I don't know. But what I'm saying is, like, either you're friends with Dale because you like Dale, or there's an objective and you're trying to get something out of Dale. You know?
Skinny, do you want the link? We're talking about Comicsgate stuff, bro.
Yeah, Praetor. I feel like, could you imagine like going about your life and you had done some things, X amount of years ago, and you can tell maybe by looking at Dale and seeing what he said and paying attention to him the last 3, 4, 5 years that he's been around, maybe that's just, and then, maybe at the same time he's got someone secretly doing it all. Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Like to constantly annoy Dale because he has an IP and you want to participate in it so you can make a percentage. It's good for your history, good for your resume.
But it helps Dale. Because
does it though? Is that what he's looking for?
I don't know. Dale's looking for. That's what people who really wanted a piece of Pitt kept saying. We have to help Dale. We have to help Dale.
Dale kind of reminds me of Harrison Ford.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like he hates all the questions about his past. He hates all the questions about all the movies he's done because he's answered them fucking a million times. And,
way too much lately. Way too much of what? I agree with Jay Dalla. Way too much lately, Chuck Reardon says.
Yeah. Why don't you just want to hang out with Dale because he's Dale and he comes around? Hey, Dale, what's up? And you don't have any intention on approaching him one day with some pitch that you have because he drew Dale or can I get a drawing out of you and pay like half or a third or nothing of, like there's so many like, it's got to be extremely obnoxious for someone of his talent to have to deal with every day, instead of just having people come to him and liking Dale because they like Dale.
Exactly. Chuck Reardon says, you got an amen corner there, brother.
Chuck knows up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the money couldn't hurt Dale. It'd be nice.
It doesn't really matter. And then the only reason why we talk about money is because people have brought it up before. So, Dale likes drinking. I like drinking. I drink 365 days a year. So what's funny about, okay, so this Renee thing, Renee walked herself into a trap. Shane clearly is one of those individuals who loves drinking every once in a while. He's having fun. But as soon as you fuck up that drunkenness, or as soon as you fuck up that high, you've clicked something in Shane's head, and now all his attention is directed on you. So it's not, so there may be alcohol in you that will make you, so.
Exactly me last 4th of July on Lord Raptor Jesus' stream. You remember that one? It was horrible. Yeah. I was such an insufferable twat. Excuse me. Because Shane showed up. Shane was saying that my channel was struck, and Ben started naming names. He's like named Dark Gift and Lord Raptor Jesus and Matt Barr and a couple other people, and they got mad. So Jesus had a stream. I was drinking. It was 4th of July. Shane got his channel struck and got mad and made that mad video. So he actually clicked the link and went on Lord Raptor Jesus' stream to state his case. But I was so drunk, I was such a twat, and nobody would shut me up, including myself, that I just jibber jabbered the whole way through from the time that Shane before then, but when Shane showed up till afterwards, I ruined the whole thing for everybody. They were all asking him honest questions, but I was just being an insufferable twat. Predator 7 agrees with me. I was terrible.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. So yeah, you fuck up that drunk one time and then you focus on something. So
yeah, like
Renee, right? It clicked, and it might have been something that Renee said. It clicked. All right.
Oh, a lot of what she said, and then playing naive and all that. That was a bad move. Like, I don't think a lot of these people really take like what Shane and John and Ethan are doing seriously, or from a business perspective. You can have like nonsense and LOLs and arguments and all that.
It's just jokes, bro.
Yeah. But then, every once in a while, you'll have a guy come around who, even though he's like a Michelangelo, he may not want to come around to be, pitched at 24/7, or to be, because he did a few streams with you, you think you can like make art with him, or you have these great relationships. Like all of a sudden, you're like this 64-year-old man's like internet best friend, and you're sending him DMs. I was talking to him every day. That's fucking weird. You shouldn't do that. Calm down. And it's very odd how a lot of you get a lot of varieties of like emotion, like someone thinks something, so that is the thing, and because I thought it and because I said it out loud, and like a handful of people listen to me, that should be like the way it should be. There's a lot of that around here.
It is a bit pedantic, yeah, and
yeah,
there's the acknowledgement of kayfabe, but there's no grace for kayfabe.
Yeah. And bro, I love the lads match thing. Again, I always play the devil's advocate in these conversations. But like, you know, leave Dale alone, and his prerogative is whatever his prerogative is, you know, and no one here is going to all of a sudden swayed Dale Keown's mind on things just because you met them on the fucking internet. You know, it's such a weird. It's so weird. Like all of a sudden, you know, I thought it was, you know, I like Patrick. Patrick's fine, but like Patrick lambasting about Dale Keown drinking on the internet, like who cares? And if he is drinking, who cares? And if he comes on drunk and belligerent, who cares? Like, who in the fuck are you? Who are you?
Right.
And
so Chuck Reardon says they make it personal instead of business, not personal business.
You know, this shit is weird, bro. You know, I wish Dale.
I remember why Nasser and Peter Gilmore fell out over Dr. Satan. Nasser and Donald fell out once, but they got back together. They kissed and made up and made Brutus 2. That almost fell apart, but it held together. I'm glad. It was a fun story. It was good. Who else? There's some other people. But stuff like this is a big one. I mean, Dale Keown is, you know, Dale fucking Keown. And a pit omnibus. Huh?
Is it a big one?
It depends on how much money it makes.
Does Dale Keown thinks it's a big one? Is it like
he was on with Mandy today, saying that Mandy would do it. Let me go find Mandy. All right, here's Dale. I have to shit. Present.
Send the link to Mandy.
Shit.
Anyway, like
I could. I don't know if she'd answer, but
you know, like dealing with it's really weird.
I put the link in the chat. If she's watching, she can click it. StreamYard. There. Oh, I just have to click play, right? Right.
It was Dale Keown. I've been drawing comic books since 1986. That's right, 1986. Next year, I will have been in the industry drawing comic books for 40 years. And I started in the trenches. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, but I liked to draw. And it was fun because there's a bunch of guys together. We're ordering pizzas, watching movies, drawing comic books. It was wonderful. It was a wonderful environment. And because it was so wonderful, I got better and better at it. And eventually, I got hired by Marvel and I did the Hulk. And then I got better and better. And then, of course, Image happened. And I created a character called Pit. Now, that character was considered in Hollywood as a marquee property, which is exactly what you think it is. So I was negotiating with DreamWorks and Icon and Warner Brothers. And of course,
so there's 3 people watching. One of them's got to be Mandy.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't advertised that I'm live on Twitter. Mandy does follow me. So should I?
Would you even name the title of the stream?
Don't watch this.
of course, Hasbro, because they were going to do an action figure. And I've been part of those negotiations. And then, like, that was years ago. So I've been doing that. I'm not some babe in the woods who can be controlled. I can't be controlled. They can't do it. Nobody can do it. I do what I want. I've always done what I want. Dale does what Dale wants. Nobody controls me. And it's a fucking huge insult to me.
Which is what John Malin was saying. John Malin said that exact same thing.
You say that. So fuck you. Controlled. Fuck that. And in regards to the
Chuck and Mandy.
The Pit Omnibus, and people saying that Mandy, all this time they were telling me who to work with. Don't work with this. Don't work with that person. She's never done that ever. And now, you know, when I came to.
So he said all these people that are asking me to, you know, for the Pit Omnibus are saying don't work with her, except for Mandy. Mandy was the only one that said, "Oh, don't work for that person." Is that what he just said?
No, he's saying that she didn't do that.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The Pit Omnibus, and people saying that Mandy, all this time they were telling me who to work with. don't work with this. Don't work with that person. She's never done that ever.
Okay.
And now, when I came to when I came to Comicsgate, I probably made a lot of decisions I shouldn't have too quickly. I should have learned the lay of the land first and taken my time. I made mistakes, and I've apologized to people for that. I feel horrible about it. But at the same time, these same people did some pretty shitty things after, really shitty things that were completely uncalled for. And as far as Mandy and the omnibus, that is
Like what? What did they do?
What did who do?
Those people he just spoke about. Those same people
really shitty things that were completely uncalled for.
did really shitty things that were completely uncalled for. What did they do? Who was it?
And as far as Mandy and the omnibus, that has never been a thing. We've never talked about it ever.
It is now.
She didn't. She would, even if I said, "Please, Mandy, do it," she'd probably say no, or at least because it's a hot potato and it's the fucking temperature of magma. Like, she does not want that. She doesn't want to burn her hands.
And it's a lot of work.
But the thing is, there's never been a connection between the omnibus and Mandy ever. But people keep bringing it up. Oh my God, omnibus, Mandy, and it's literally like they're pushing our heads together so that we kiss, And it's like I'm going. Like, at this point, I might as well do the omnibus with Mandy. I mean, because they're going to give it. It's going to happen. It's not going away. They're going to keep bringing it up, and it really pisses me off because she wanted nothing to do with the omnibus ever. It's a complete falsehood. And it pisses me off because that's what they use to bludgeon people. They're trying to get to Ethan. Let's face it. So I've created this giant lump of lead that they can bludgeon with. And that's my fault. I feel bad about it. But everything they say, and I repeat, everything that they say about us is a fucking lie. Because I know the truth. And everything they say is bullshit. Everything they're going to say is bullshit. It's complete. How could they know they don't know any details. There's no way they could.
That's true.
We don't talk about everything. So yeah, they're just making up shit. And because I have never made a statement before, I've created this vacuum. And nature abhors a vacuum. So they put all their stuff in that vacuum.
He's got a Dale Mandy airbrush thing. Does that say Dale and Mandy?
Yeah.
Dale and Mandy. Oh, I just noticed that. It's hysterical.
To build their own narrative. And I'm here to say it's all bullshit because I've never said it. It's all that shit is bullshit. It's all lies. And I could probably go on, but I don't like talking. So I'll probably do a part 2, I guess.
Looking forward to that.
I just wanted to make an official statement and just put to rest all this bullshit from my side. And my side is the truth.
Whoa. All right, you go, Dale. The legendary Dale Keown, everybody. But she's doing it today. I did have that video pulled up. Shit. So you're saying it doesn't matter if the Pitt Omnibus makes a lot of money?
I don't know. It's none of my concern.
But you know who all the people who are involved, right? You know who PTP is. You know, Alas Mac Quack, who did the video. You know who Mandy is. You know who Ethan is. You know who Dale is. So you care about it because you know about it. And I'm just asking you to guess, or do you think Mandy has what it takes to actually get a Pitt Omnibus produced? Can she do that, do you think? Because it matters to Mandy and Dale right now. I mean,
I'm sure.
you think she can do it? Because there's a lot of moving parts. It's complicated.
What about Gymshock?
She hasn't completed that one yet, has she? Okay. Are people still waiting for that?
I would
don't
use
know.
Bill Tucci
Girl.
and his resources. That's it.
Okay. I think Mandy can. I think she can do it.
If all the drama hadn't come out, Phil would have already had it done. It would have already locked in the new story. PTP probably would have part.
So Phil was going to do the omnibus and news stories
Yeah.
from Dale.
Yeah, if that drama hadn't happened.
And he would have already had it done by now.
No.
Has anybody considered that he didn't want to do it? Well, he does now, but maybe back then.
I don't think he wants to. But maybe that's a plan to make him
Mandy's doing
not want to.
What is the name of her YouTube channel? I typed in Mandy Sellers. Nothing came up. There it is.
Sorry, I apologize.
Oh, I'm not subscribed. Oh, yes, I am. No, I'm not. Picking up the grenade. Oh, it's 1 hour. Oh dear.
Oh no, I'm not listening to Mandy for an hour.
All right, I'm not either. But they're okay.
Yeah, a lot of this is just.
All right, so this is them
Surviving drama.
picking up the grenade, right? And that's Dale and Mandy for an hour announcing that they're going to do. Oh, look, they're watching his video that we just watched. And they're commenting on it. That these two, Mandy and Dale, are doing the Pit Omnibus. So they've announced it today.
Cool.
Good for them. You know.
I ain't buying it.
Well, I'm not either. I'm just asking. Do you think it has a chance of, doing any good?
Well, let's be honest.
Aaron,
The
you're
Pit
so
sucks. The Pit is an absolute terrible comic.
I've never read it.
Yeah, it's trash. It's about like a dude from another planet who looks like the Hulk, and then there's a bunch of kids and drama and aliens on the planet. It's like
Cool.
Creed. It's like Creed. You remember the Creed books? There was always they were like adding children and stuff like that. There was like a thing going around. And I don't even think Dale back in the day gave a fuck or even cared or even wanted any of this shit. Like, do you remember that interview that I think Todd McFarlane or Eric Larson had did way back in the day? I think it was Todd. And he said, one of the biggest problems we had to deal with when the checks first started coming in is once we gave those giant checks to the artist, getting them to come back to the table was next to impossible.
For less.
Continue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not even for less, because you remember the way Image sets everything up. They get whatever their print fee is and a percentage. But in Image, everything goes to the creators and all that.
Right.
Like Image is just a printing house.
Right.
Anyone can print under Image. You just go to them and fill out the paperwork.
Like rip us
So he was getting giant checks then, and then motherfucker 64. He's not gonna.
Does he do YouTube? Is he on YouTube a lot?
Who?
Todd McFarlane.
Well, he's on a whole nother level because he's trying to get all the rights to the making of the toys. Because Todd is all about a printing house and and a toy warehouse. So, his toys are expanding. His comics since like Spawn 280s, 290s have been really popping. 300. They're about to hit 400 soon. They're in the 360s now. And he's really popping that IP because he wants to get the movie done. He's trying to produce his own movie, the Spawn movie this time.
Cool.
So he's on a whole nother level, man. Whole nother level.
That's a whole nother. Yeah. You have to have yeah. I don't. I hope, but I don't think Cyberfrog is going to be made into a movie. Maybe a cartoon, but not a movie.
Whatever he gets, if he gets optioned out and he sells option for his IP, that'll be a dream come true for someone like himself. Like, Ethan dealt with corporate life at DC, or he did Independence, dealt with corporate life, and now he's doing Independence again. Very few can go through all that. And, who's the guy who made Deadpool? He's had his trials and tribulations. Yeah. These guys, I see what they're doing. I see the business. I see it. I recognize it. I understand.
The Comicsgate people?
Like what Shane, John, and Ethan are doing.
Yeah.
Like that's,
Rob Liefeld.
Anyone. Yeah, Rob Liefeld, they're doing their own thing. Tucci is doing his own thing.
Yeah.
He has, Stephen Hughes died, so Brian Pulido has Lady Death. And Bill Tucci and Brian Pulido are doing, like, bro, these are, these are businessmen. They are doing their thing.
Yeah.
And
Ethan, John, and Shane are businessmen, aren't they?
Yeah, they're top. That's top tier stuff. Like anyone would hope and dream that every time they release a book, they raise $80,000 to $120,000.
Which is what I'm asking about Pitt Omnibus by.
He will do it, no problem. But I think what he should do is he should only be talking to Bill Tucci in respect to getting like these omnibus things done, the San Diego Comic-Con, getting the Pitt Omnibus and the SDCC on the Comic Mint.
Yeah.
Or not the Comic Mint, but Midtown Comics. Like that's where you want your shit. That's where you want your shit. If you're gonna, because you'll
millions of copies of them.
Midtown is not only is Midtown like
the store.
They're the premier New York, U.S. comic book shop in America.
Mm-hmm.
But they ship to everyone, and people buy from them all the time. Like they always have Dynamic Forces stuff, exclusive covers. I buy from them. I just bought from the Comic Mint. They're redoing Fantastic Four #1 because Doomsday is all that's coming out.
Right.
And so I got the Del Toro cover of Doctor Doom. It's like there's only 3,000 printed.
Shane just went live talking about Pitt. He's got.
Bring Shane up. Let's listen a little bit of this because Shane, I have no ill will towards anyone. I like Diaz. I like what Shane's doing. I like what Ethan. Like these are hustlers. They're fucking hustlers.
You like,
and only a handful of people can do what it takes. So congratulations to all of them. And then maybe Dale Keown is doing all of this to create the anticipation. Unmute it.
It's his intro. It's I can't
Is
stand
there
his
no
intro.
songs?
Still rocking the docks, tall socks and Crocs. Got some gray in the
All right,
goat,
turn it down.
silver fox. Got that autumn stakes on the weather. 10 years later.
How's that?
So how come you don't use dark mode?
I don't like it. I have what you call a stigmata. I can't see.
Stigmata.
Yeah. My
You
eyes
mean
are-
you have a stigmatism? A stigmata is like where you get
you bleed from your
you're
hands.
dealing with
Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah. And I don't believe Jesus is going to stigmata you.
I don't think so either.
This gay ass Tennessee boy.
Not that redneck. All right, I'm gonna mute him. That's his intro. He's what? These intros go for what? 20 minutes?
I don't know. They're horrible. I hate
Yeah,
it.
I know. I don't like him either. It's fine. I use one.
Are we still talking to ourselves?
Jesus and shit.
Jesus and she.
Jesus and shit. Black Justice. How do I pin a comment? How do I pin the
You got to do it on YouTube.
call-in link? I have to go.
You got to do it on YouTube.
Okay. Oh, don't watch this live. Mute. How come I can't chat? Oh, there it is.
What is this trash?
Paste. StreamYard. StreamYards. All right, did that show up?
I don't know.
Yes. All right, now how do I pin it from here?
You go on YouTube, you click it, and say pin.
If I click it, it takes me to my StreamYard.
You click the right 3 buttons, man. Come on.
Oh, pin message. Thank you. Thank you, $8. Thank you. Oh, you can see what I'm doing?
No.
Oh.
What is happening? All right,
Well-
unmute it. Let's listen to these motherfuckers.
Now it might be.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Why is your voice so funny?
You notice how
mine-
Mandy got
Yeah.
chubby as shit.
Wait, does it?
You
Does
sound like you're in a well.
I
yeah.
noticed. I noticed.
Turn it
my
down,
mic's probably hooked up to the wrong. What if I was streaming from a whale? Remember, like
How's that?
like Jonah in the whale.
Still
or
too
Jonah
loud?
in the whale?
Huh?
Look.
I was talking about a
Yeah,
whale, like a. But I mean, you could be in a whale.
My
Yeah.
razor.
You think Mandy's pregnant again? I think she's pregnant again.
How about
She's
now?
too old.
Better.
Okay. All right, better.
There's some ambience to it, which is okay.
No, I'm fixing it.
He's on top of that now.
It's got some room sound happening.
I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it as we speak.
Room sound is good.
I'm.
Did you know that there is a kid on Kids Bop that has your name?
Oh, you're a mod in
How
Shane's
am
thing.
I now? Good.
No.
Yeah.
It
What?
might
You know, like I
actually
never
be
super
worse.
chat, right?
How is it work?
Yep.
I
Way
mean,
back in
know.
the day, I
saying
super
it
chatted
sounds
Shane
worse.
twice, and he never read it. So I'm like, I ain't never buying you a book again.
Motherfucker.
Same.
What are you talking
Didn't even
about?
read it.
I sound beautiful.
I think it sounds fine. I
You
can.
sound great, dude. You're on point.
Snipping. I said snipping, not sniping.
It sounds like.
That
One
wrong.
P.
Do I sound
it.
fine or not?
Here we go. Here comes the truth.
The
You sound
truth,
fine,
do I
Shane. You sound
okay?
just fine.
Right now. Don't fuck with me.
Oh, he's answering.
What is
Number
that?
1 or number 2?
What is this icon? Black Justice. Is that a black baby? What is that?
It's a uterus.
Fuck you.
Oh, okay.
Fix your fucking mic.
I'm telling you, it's no better. It's not better. But if you want me to lie to you, I will.
So, how would you rate Mandy's
Back to
nudes?
audio. Why?
I haven't
No,
seen
it's
them.
still hooked up to my
Yes, you
radio
have.
video.
No, I
Why
haven't.
is it doing-
Honestly,
Oh
I
my
have
God.
no
You
desire.
I
guys
don't even know
are
what that is.
She's a woman.
Rest stop glory hole.
That's my
Look.
webcam. Hang on.
Shane Shun
Shouldn't be
Jay.
doing that.
This is
Sounds like-
gravity and will not stand.
Travesty.
Sounded like-
Yeah.
Fucking left us.
Yeah.
Now it sounds great.
Yeah. Super chat. I don't even remember what I gauge it
What happened
was.
there's one microphone.
The last time I ever super chat. It's such a waste of money. I'll never do it again.
Yes.
And it sounds like a laptop mic.
I never have anything clever to say.
You know
That's
what
why I
it sounds
don't-
like? Sometimes the
I don't even use all my monthly chats.
Oh yeah. See,
And
mine
most
doesn't.
people- most people don't use them because they sound like shit.
They always sound like shit. Yeah.
She is looking a little
But he
thick
sounds
now, isn't
good
she?
now. I've never heard.
$20
him.
super chat.
Amazing.
I fuck with 7.
The stories are more real.
Who said that?
Black Justice.
Yeah.
I can get behind that
Her
one.
fake laughs kill me, dog.
Seriously.
Oh, they
Seriously, so
sound
much
okay
better.
to me. I mean,
Oh, is he
Look at that.
hitting the J?
That's
I'm
like,
gonna hit the bowl.
He's the one who started the show.
right?
Maybe it's a practical joke.
Oh, look, I need to fix
Sure.
this. I just realized. Hold on. Let's say here.
What's happening?
Hmm? I'm fixing this.
It's like a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm in the process of fixing it anyway. So what did you do this afternoon? I went outside.
I didn't go. Did I? No. This is the first day I didn't. Sorry. It's a little hot, but I don't want to underdress, you know? I don't-
Yeah.
I don't want to show too much off.
There we go. Look, see, I changed it. Now I'm a swooper star.
Now I
Okay.
get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh, this is okay.
You're
This is
a
the video you didn't want to
superstar.
watch.
How are you back?
now I've got
Yeah, I was pushing
That's
buttons.
right. I was a little itchy, Blair. I was. That's true. After I got up, I was a little bit itchy, and I found a ladybug crawling on my leg. But I said the little saying and then let it go.
What is it saying?
You don't know the saying?
No.
Listening to her is like,
Ladybug, ladybug, fly.
What is
away
that,
home, your
bitches?
house is on
summer
fire."
hum away, supper town, the
I've heard it before,
himate.
but
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
No, I don't know. Who were you
Jodie
talking about?
Foster, I think, played her.
Oh.
Like that dumb bitch who couldn't speak in the
Clarice?
dream.
Oh,
Huh?
no, that one where she played the retard?
Yeah, or she wasn't retarded, but she wasn't like,
Raised by anybody.
yeah, raised by anyone. Supper town, the himate.
Bro be wearing shades inside at night. That's how you know he's cool.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it, Black Justice.
Now.
Nell. Yeah, Praetor Nell. That's what Manny reminds me of.
Huh.
Good. I don't know what happened to it.
They keep making it better. Don't you feel like it's better? They're
No.
bettering it for your pleasure. They're going to charge you a lot more for this better too. So I hope you.
Yeah,
you know,
she wears her hair different too. She keeps it over her
Yeah,
face.
because her face is fat now, so she
Yeah.
wears the hair across her cheeks.
You know, bless her. She
I
could have a
don't know.
medical condition.
I
Close
quit.
to
looking-
I think she's pregnant.
Is it 50?
That's a
it's
medical
It's
condition.
real fucking close to 50.
for a year.
No.
She's in
for
her
a month.
30s, isn't she?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's enough that every time I have to pay it, I'm like, son of a bitch.
Supper time on the way.
Different, I think, if it was actually great.
J
Like-
Dollar.
Like I remember it being like 9 something, and they wanted me to go like.
You remind me of that one
Me and
Weetod.
like 2 cameras hooked up at once.
Oh, yeah.
So now I just switch
Oh.
cameras. But now it's like they keep wanting more. It's like, but they don't just give me that upgrade. It's like I
No.
don't.
So they're
like,
not talking about what they
guys,
started the stream to
Well,
talk
I
about.
don't know.
They're doing their little intro. They're not gonna dive right in it.
Look,
Okay.
what is it? OBS is like you can do a lot more with it, but it's super complicated.
Yeah,
I'm at a
OBS
point of-
is.
I'm at a point of just sitting down and learning it, just so I can fuck with it, like because I'm like StreamYards is like
Oh,
almost I don't want to call it trailer trash, but it's kind of trailer trash.
are you
No, it
a
is. It sucks. It,
Gay Dollar?
I hate OBS.
Yeah.
Type in my
I hate
YouTube
it.
chat so I can give you
I
a
fucking
wrench.
hate
Do you have a wrench?
Now OBS is
All right,
what
hold on.
Zach uses for every one of his shows, right?
Yeah.
video.
And used to, if you ever see like a streamer,
They have to warm up,
with
Seven.
Windows and
Jeez.
they have,
Predator
like,
7 says
outline, like
they have
the
to warm up,
graphic,
7.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Usually that's OBS, and you
What's
can
your
like
YouTube
make
channel?
multiple windows.
SEVE
You know, be specific
7
things, and then
OF
decorate,
9
move things around.
INE.
StreamYard tries to mess with that. Like I can go in and personalize it, but it's like I don't need that. Like I
I
don't.
got some
want
cheerleader
that.
thing.
You're upping the price to give me bullshit
That's
I
not
don't
me.
want. You're just gonna force me to end up just using the other thing and taking like a couple of days and learning it. But OBS is to me a little bit more complicated to set.
Just
something up.
post your
It's a pain in the
YouTube
ass.
channel
Now, I
in the
like
chat.
Streamlabs. I use
No.
that for
Open another
Twitch.
tab. Never mind. You don't get a
And
wrench.
Streamlabs is like
Give me your
OBS,
goddamn
but
link.
more user friendly. Because
Yeah.
I can't. OBS drives me fucking crazy. I hate OBS, but Streamlabs is.
Oh, did you hear the dude who's in charge
it
of
doesn't
all the
cost nearly as much as StreamYards does.
transportation? Sean Duffy, I think is
I
his
don't
name.
know, but I pay for both. So
He's taking over NASA.
The
whatever.
Department of
I wish,
Sanitation guy is taking over
Not the
NASA.
Department of Sanitation. The guy controls
I'm
the
about
the
1 month
air
away
traffic
from just
controller
having
and all that
Oh,
shit.
that makes sense. Oh, that
Sean
makes
Duffy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's also got so he's I guess he's transport secretary and he's also NASA administrator.
That's cool. Oh shit! What's his name? Got slapped in the face with a pizza. Is he gonna cut the fat NASA?
I don't believe there's fat in NASA.
They spend a lot of money. What are they doing?
I don't think they spend a lot of money.
We're not on Mars yet. We haven't been back to the moon.
How much annually does NASA spend?
That's like a ninja move. He's done that before.
25 billion. That's not a lot.
A year?
Yeah, it's not a lot.
That's kind of a lot. All right, I have to go pee. Take over.
All right. You didn't hit play. Did he post one of y'all who's a mod post Gay Seven's YouTube channel? Who's a mod in here? I don't even know. It doesn't say. You know, I will say that everyone who has a problem with all the shenanigans going on, you see these three laughing and having a good time. So the troubles aren't really what they seem. You know, it's like I was saying. So Anthony, you missed a lot of the conversation. Anthony, are you a mod? What is this? What is? Oh, here he is.
Back.
He had to go pee.
Oh, okay. There we go. Oh, hi, Dork Betrayer. Are you a Dark Betrayer? Are you a dick?
I'm always a dick. What I miss?
Oh, good. We started talking about the Pit Omnibus story. Let's say. Let me in, bitch. Look at this.
I was saying, isn't it obnoxious that everyone approaches Dale for his intellectual property and just they don't approach Dale because they're friends with Dale. And, I was saying it's got to be a little tiresome having to go through all this. As soon as he said in his little 4-minute video that, maybe I moved too fast. I didn't do this. I didn't do that, whatever. but really maybe too many people were attacking him at once for some of the pit money, and
Yeah.
that also
I could-
looks bad on your character.
I could agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, the one, other than like just like retweeting some like art of his and stuff, like there's I spoke to him a little bit more in depth via Twitter and the backstage after I was on Pimp My Comic. And both times, the only thing, like, and I did it like half joking. I was half joking, half serious because I didn't think he'd do it. But it wasn't about his art. It wasn't about Pitt. I was like, I want you to play bass on this track I'm recording. You know, like that was the extent of it. And I was like, you know, come on, man, just jam. Let's jam, bro.
Just
Everybody.
hang out, get to know each other. That's what Dollar was saying. It's like they want something from Dale other than to be his friend. Let's just hang out. Let's just, you know.
Yeah. And because he's IP famous, you know, everyone wants to be fucking up Dale's skirt,
Give me a piece of that pet.
you know, while he just wants under Mandy's skirt, which is fine.
You know?
I've seen her vagina. It looks pretty nice.
Oh,
Oh dear. Are they talking about it?
Wasn't talking.
Okay.
what is this? What stream
This
is
is live stream. Shane Davis, Mandy Summers, Dale Keown live
Yeah.
in a
Right
living
now?
color. Yep.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
I'm sniping them.
Show, I got through it. I'm glad.
Yeah.
we're all-
Do you think?
It was
You-
us. It was
I'm
it was
glad-
us three and Patrick.
What should I?
No.
Should I pause the live stream?
You think Mandy looks pregnant? She looks pregnant, right?
I think
I
so.
get you. Okay, where I'm going with this. At any
How old is
point in
she,
time,
DG?
Has the last Matt and all
Okay,
his,
listen, last Matt.
investigation
All right, let's listen.
research ever
Turn up a little.
approached either myself, which I can say no, you, Mandy, or Dale? Has he approached any one of us
I don't think.
three about this situation?
No.
Dale.
Okay,
He reached out.
I mean,
to
I
Dale.
could check.
live
my-
journalism, right?
I could check my DM requests, but
Okay,
I don't think.
I'm curious if he has, Dale.
Yeah.
I'm curious if he
Look
has.
and look and say. Look and say.
He says it in
If
the
you were hit up,
That
Yeah. But Dale didn't watch that whole thing.
but no.
He said what?
In the documentary, Elasmed says he Facebook friend requested him so that he could private message him.
Okay.
Not me.
Yeah.
My Twitter's fucking up too. Is something going on with Twitter?
It's been acting fucking stupid. I had to keep refreshing for you to send the link because it's acting
Are you on
like
good? Are you on good
it's doing that
terms?
stupid thing where it won't.
Seven. Are you on good terms?
With who?
Like, could you type in that chat and not get like?
Yeah, he's a mod. Yeah.
All right. So type in the chat. Tell Dale to check his Facebook messages.
Why?
Ela-
He's doing it
Elasmat
right.
reached out.
Oh, Facebook.
Check your Facebook messages.
Elasmat reached out on Facebook. Yes.
How do you spell
Just say
Elasmat?
Elat. Yeah.
Laz.
Matt sent you a Facebook message.
Yes.
Sent Dale a Facebook 2 S's message period sent. Who's that?
There you go. Hit play.
Okay.
Well, my
Yeah.
Twitter
Directing
DMs keep
the shit.
getting jacked up every time I go in. All right, so like that to me, kind of like okay, well, this isn't like about the truth. This is about a smear video,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
I think that says a lot just on its own, right there. People can read into that what you will, but if this was about the truth, he would have reached out to people there, and he
Yeah,
said,
I
well,
What's up, Black?
He did not reach out.
did not reach out to.
You're not.
Okay, so you know, like obviously it's not true. It's going to get into views. It's going to get into top of the town. I'm not duck book. Whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Like, but if he gave a shit about the truth, I mean, he could have reached out to somebody or just be I don't know.
Super
The one guy
chat
that
it. I'll
take his hand and
fucking
run it up his
PayPal
ass,
you the
turn him into
money.
a sock puppet.
Yeah, like
No, I'm not gonna.
No, the prolapse
Super
happens
chat
when
it.
it
I'll
goes
PayPal you the
Yeah.
money.
No.
That's when that happens.
it's called the pullout.
But when watching this, the one thing I noticed is how many PTP
What do you
said,
mean, no?
PTP said, and it's like,
You're-
okay,
You're gonna let them blow right
like,
over
that's
that.
fucking weird.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
There was a lot of that. But I guess I was the only person that he interviewed for this thing. And keep in mind, now he put this off for like 3 days because he had like inside sources coming in with like secret behind the scene details. It was fucking PTP. But I mean, he built this fucker up. I'll give him that. He was like, I've got people coming in. I've got investigative reporters coming to talk about it. It was fucking PTP.
Well, he had new stuff like venting.
Yeah, there's new stuff.
If I
Like-
do it, they're gonna
Look,
ignore
hello
it.
there.
I'm not gonna
Boy, that
waste
was
the
a
money.
Yeah, they're not listening.
I mean,
They're
I
not
really I have some violent feelings. Really like violent ones.
Yeah.
One of the things I want to cover that is this account has since like closed itself down. It was a sock account, but there was a stream, and I was getting super chats to check my DMs for a video, and the video was the audio recording. This has more to do with me than you guys. You guys don't really have to talk about this part of it. But I was basically being super chatted. It was a daytime stream. Maybe it was a Mange and Mandy episode, or maybe it was a Pimp My Comic. I can't remember what it was, but the name of the super chat was Tiger something. And they super chatted me twice. The first time I went to my DMs, and because a lot of times you guys' avatar don't line up with your Twitter profile, I found a different video and pulled up. So then that same person had to come back and say, no, check your DMs again with a second super chat. And then I found their message, and I clicked on it, and it was a audio recording named Dell, and it was the recording, and they were trying to get me to play it live.
I remember that.
So that becomes an issue, but this is interesting. So here Patrick actually says where the video came from,
Okay.
or the recording came from. And I know people are going to be like, oh, that's Phone Tap Davis recording Dan Frega. It's like, Dan, I wasn't going to have
Yeah, is there a
once he
difference
announced
between those two
a-
things? That
No,
Phil's
don't care.
girlfriend. Okay.
publicly what could potentially become a heated conversation that would be private, it wasn't going to be private. So I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. This though, it's like now the mystery's solved according to Patrick. There you guys go. Whatever. You know, just wanted to point that out
Fuck
in
it, I'm
all of
gonna do
this.
it.
You
Yeah,
know, that
it's all
mis-
bullshit. I mean, them sitting there trying to sort of scatter responsibility for the recording is just hibbity jibbity. It's just total and complete bullshit. Phil was there with his girlfriend. Phil is the one responsible for making the recording. That his girlfriend pressed the button. That his girlfriend handed it off to who? Vicky. I'm so sure it got passed around to everybody. Way before then. They're liars. These people are just unbelievable scumbag liars. And all of this comes down to just being angry that they didn't get to work with Dale, and who was going to get blamed for that.
Right.
I hope all of these people, I hope bad things happen to all of
Wow.
these people.
Wow.
All of them. Phil, I hope bad things happen to you and your girlfriend. I
He
hope bad
doesn't
things
like him, does he?
happen to PTP. I hope bad things happen. Well, bad things have happened to the last man.
Oh my
You
god.
guys are just unforgivably retarded assholes. Like, you really are pieces of shit. And it's good that you're not in this community. It's good that you exercised yourselves.
All right, is that
from this
kayfabe,
place,
Gay Dollar?
from these nice
What?
people. Like, you don't
You
belong
said
here.
earlier
You are scumbags. John Malin was right.
that
As usual. Right.
He really was. Yeah.
a lot of it is
Something I
kayfabe.
wanna
Do we
clear up, and this is just pet
do we
peeve
take him
of mine.
seriously or
I
literally?
started a show called Ballers.
Thank you.
Originally, it was called
Depends.
CG Funhouse. It was me, Mandy, and a guy named OC.
Turn it back up.
And Shane always wanted to be part of the show, but he wanted to be part of the Jack show. Okay, let me clear this shit up right here. I had
He's a leader.
He's
what?
weird.
He's a leader. Like,
It won't let me send.
yeah, he's the guy who
Why not?
created everything.
It
He
just says
created
message not
Transformers and
sent.
Superman.
Edit and try
too, by the
again.
way.
Oh
All I'm
my
saying
gosh,
is Dale should
right?
check his as
Mm.
Oh, and American
FBPMs
Ninja.
allows
Who
Matt
else is
Yeah.
talking?
says in the doc
Yeah.
he reached out there.
So, first off, I had a speech
I
where
tried
everybody needs to
twice
do more
for free.
YouTube and work on the network, get people motivated to back books, get people this group, because I said one day it'll be us versus YouTubers selling books. I wasn't wrong. Anyways, I'm not getting into that, but then I said I want to do a revolving show. That's all I said. And the next thing I knew, I was hit up by Michael Bancroft and Camel Moon to do Camel Nights.
Mm.
I was on for maybe 2 or 3 episodes,
Those are
and
pretty good.
Camel rubbed me the wrong way.
Mm.
And I did the rest of the episode with my camera and mic off.
Oh,
And then I just quit showing up and quit answering DMs. And ever since then, Camel Moon hates my guts, because Camel wasn't about doing a revolving show. He said, if I do Camel Nights, then maybe he'll talk to me about a revolving show. And I was like, you can go fuck yourself.
Wow.
And that's when I brought up it in passing to whoever was to the left of me and right of me. And then I was like, what about Mandy? She was on CG Live, I think, or not CG Live, but CG Showcase, whatever show I had for CG campaigns. And I just fumbled together a show, and then somehow Dale came in and all of that shit. This part about I wanted to be part of the Jack show. The only thing I ever said is when people on the Jack show say, "Where's Shane? Where's Shane? Why is it Shane here? Why is it Shane here? Why is Shane?" And they got me in. I'm not part of the Jack show. That's all I ever said. I don't. It doesn't rotate. I show up. I don't show
likes
up.
being part of the
Maybe I
Jack
got
show.
shit to do on Thursday nights. That's all I ever said. I never said I wanted to be part of the Jack show. I just wanted to work on a revolving show. That was it. One night a week. That's it.
I love Hell.
There's
That's
Camel Moon in the it's Camel Moon with 3.
Yeah, that's
fake.
that's not how it went down, and you know it. No, people saw that episode where my camera was off the entire time.
Also, Arts even says
Fake
Camel
Camel
Moon is a
Moon.
dickhead.
I
Can
just
I just
like
say, I've never been on a show called CG Funhouse. I never talked about going on a
you
show
weren't on there
called.
with OC Steve.
No, that dude hates me. No,
You know
I've
who
never
OC
been on
Steve
that.
is?
That's never been
I
a
know who
show.
it is.
The only one
He's the one that was doing the
Don't hit
fake
me up
John
about
Malin,
it.
like in the beginning, and then all of a sudden he hated everybody.
And he wasn't invited, and he was all pissy about it. And he
I
but he
don't
was
know
like,
why I
"Mandy,
can't send that
we
message.
need to do a show on
I don't see it. I've been
Monday
looking.
night and fuck Ethan over with Kings." And I was like, "I want to do that, dude. That doesn't sound like that's in anybody. I don't want to do that, dude." And it was supposed to be. What was it supposed to be called? Hometown Heroes. And I was like, "I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that, dude." And so he brought it up once. I told him no, and it was never brought up again. And I think OC Steve was supposed to be on that one. That was one of the people, but I never did it because I thought that was really fucking stupid.
Right. Yeah, makes sense
Mm.
that it's stupid.
DG has been blocked.
Those are his ideas are.
No, I don't. Well, it didn't say I was blocked. It said I
And
had
I'm
to
supposed to
edit
play
every
this
sentence.
for you.
But I
This
don't know
little
what was
step
wrong
there
with what I was
of
typing.
PTP. Okay. I guess this is important. It's meant for you. Ready?
Okay.
And I just wanted to put that out there. Like this was like we gave Dale the best deal that he was gonna get as far as like paying for fulfillment and the people that were helping him. And first,
Okay. So that's the clip. By the way, that's a lot of stuttering for a simple sentence. Like,
Oh, bless him. You know, he
the agony
stutters.
listening to him.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Why is that relevant? That he gave
That's-
Dale the best deal that he's going to get.
I say they always couch it like this is
Maybe
the
it
best
was.
thing for Dale.
I just didn't want to give 100% control of my property to two people I probably didn't really know very well. Bottom line,
Yeah.
I felt weird. It just stuck in my craw.
So my issue right now is that this shit hasn't went away.
Why is it back all of
I
a
dealt
sudden?
with it, face to face with Dan. okay, in like IRL.
That's all Lazmat made
Okay,
this
with
video.
him whining to
Yeah.
about this shit in South Carolina Comic
Yes.
Con. So I knew there's some sort of rumblings out there,
Okay,
and there's some sort of
I'm gonna pause
boiling
it, then I have to-
resentment, and there's
What?
Had Lazmat not made this video, do you think Mandy and Dale would have announced that they're doing the Pit Omnibus today?
No.
Okay.
But listen, I'm gonna play a little bit of devil's advocate. If you keep saying something's gonna happen long enough, it'll happen. And I think there's always like a final straw. And I think the video and people talking about the video from the original upload till today, it was just a whole big thing. And yeah,
So you don't think they had any plans whatsoever to do Pit Omnibus until today?
Oh no.
No, probably not until today. But I would say that it probably.
They had it planned.
It probably came up a few times, and like they were like, "Oh, should we do it? I mean, might as well do it now. If we do it, it's going to cause problems. Blah blah blah. We won't do it." They probably had one of those back and forth conversations, and then when the original upload went up, they probably were like, "Fuck it, really, yeah." And then they waited till whenever to announce it, yeah. But
So, do you think Mandy is capable of delivering the Pit Omnibus?
yeah,
I think she could. Yeah. Okay. See how easy that question was to
What
answer.
about Gem
$8.
Shock? What about Gem Shocks? Can deliver that?
apparently she is. I think Elasmat was partially right. I think there was probably some legal issues that she had to overcome with that other property before she could. Because I mean, if you look at all her other books, they've all come out on time.
Yeah.
So
Would you use Mandy to? Would you hire Mandy to be your executive producer on a project such as this?
If you were Del Keown and had an omnibus.
if I'm going off personal trust and everything, probably yeah. If I'm going off of, has the girl ever put together an omnibus before? Well, technically they're not doing an omnibus. They're doing 5 trade paperbacks. That's
Right.
what they're doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Spreading it out.
yeah, so they're not even doing an omnibus.
So
Now-
they couldn't have decided all that today.
So no, they
There
didn't.
was some
decide all that.
discussion. Right.
Yeah. What you call it? I think if the files were there, yes, I think she could put together a trade paperback.
This is what I said earlier before you came on. If anyone really wanted to get this done, they would come to Dale with the shit already fucking done. They would have a bunch of blase blah words in the front as a filler, and be like, bro, it's all done. This is it.
Right.
What
Yeah.
do we do with it from here?
The issue is going to be
That's the
getting
only way
high-
you're going to get this
getting.
done.
I don't know if she has the ability to get the high res files. Now they could probably hire that out.
Do they exist?
No.
Dale says he has them
You-
on some
No, that got lost.
ancient
That's all gone.
90s technology or something.
That's all gone.
Yeah, he's got them on zip drives, and
Yeah.
they're probably in a box that got like water damage or something in his basement.
His storage unit got sold.
Yeah, but he said he didn't keep them there, and I'm gonna take his word on that, because when he brought up the zip drives the first time, talking to Bancroft, he mentioned they were in his basement, not in a storage unit. So I'm gonna buy that he has them somewhere, but he probably has no clue where they are.
So the other alternative is to go through each comic book and scan the images somehow,
And then there's a process, and it's that it's you got to know what you're doing to.
There's really good scanners where you can scan ludicrous DPI,
Yeah.
and you can print 11 by 16s. Like you can print the whole OG size. Like they have all that technology. It's very standard.
Right, but
It's just knowing the person who does it, getting a good deal.
getting a good deal. Yeah.
They talked about when they're going to do it.
They said they're going to do one this year and then 2 for the next 2 years.
Okay.
So, I don't know if she has the know-how to do that. Does she have the money to pay for that? Maybe.
Farm it out to
Well, they are speculating. This is speculation. Is that she's already spent all that money, and that they is apparently some type of agreement, and this will kind of help Mandy out with that issue of spending that money. Now that's speculation. Did she spend that money? You know, that's what's out there. So
That's
I paused him now. I have
Some
to
sort
speak
of.
about-
If you even look back at that Kings
could be
episode,
true,
and,
but
and I like to note that a lot of guys that are familiar with Dan were not checking his ass that entire time. I just want to point that out.
Yeah, they were recording them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
So,
mad at
but
Dan.
there's a lot of fucking gotchas on the pit omnibus to the point. But why didn't you help him out? Why didn't you? And even
Because
on
we don't want
John,
to.
he's
Because
like, why
Patrick's an
didn't you?
asshole.
Why didn't you grab an oar? And why? No. He's
That's
like,
not what
you
grabbing
did
an
it.
oar means. Grabbing an oar is about supporting and promoting other people's campaigns. It isn't about rescuing PTP from a myriad of personality conflicts he has with other Comicsgate creators. That's not what grabbing an oar is. I grab an oar and beat him over the head with it. But I mean,
No,
that's not it.
yeah, that's what that means. But you have to ask when people say things, why are they saying it?
Right.
The whole thing was to guilt us all into making that project happen again for Patrick, obviously. I don't
No.
think Dan came out all of a sudden out of his whatever drawing stupor of working on Black Flag to come out here and go, hey guys, why didn't you 2 years ago do this one thing for this brother all of a sudden? Like, no. It was about guilting everybody publicly,
This
coming in
brother.
with shit kicking boots and making that
From
project
a
happen.
brother.
For
It's
Patrick.
all
That's what that was
emotional.
about. And that's why this shit and this documentary full of nothing but tweets or messages from Patrick is happening because it didn't work. Okay? Dan didn't mean grabbing, or he was
What
just trying
is
to push the narrative.
Lasman's only source is what Patrick said, not anybody else. Well, not his only, but he relied too heavily on one person's side of the story. I'll say that.
narrative into why didn't you do that? You didn't do something, so you should go do it because that's what CG is about. That's what that all that was in hindsight, right?
I think so.
That's pretty undeniable.
Right.
So look, this has just been something sitting there brewing this whole time, and it being out there on unpublished. You know, as I'm looking back at it, all this Dan bullshit is Patrick. That's what I even said at the end of the day. I'm like, next time just send Patrick the link, Ethan. Why you got Dan in here talking for Patrick?
Huh.
And I'm looking at it again today, and that again, whatever documentary, smear campaign, whatever you want to call it, it's full of like text from Patrick.
Right.
Same thing. Okay, so it didn't happen through Dan. Okay, so whatever. I had a night letter from Whitney in October. Threatening me when everybody got mad about getting emails. I had a message from Whitney telling me, like, you need to shut up if you know what's good for you. Or we'll tell Mandy that you told Patrick not to tell her that he downloaded the emails.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I said that because we were
You
on the
believe
stream,
that?
not because I literally meant don't tell
Is that
Mandy
true?
that. I didn't even respond to it. I just dealt with it on stream. But like, this has been this corrupt snake in the grass bullshit. And it still is. It still is. I can't even believe Lasmat, who I have no idea, is his whole video is about the word of PTP and the accounts of PTP. It's like, he didn't go to Dell about it. He didn't go to Mandy. He didn't go to me about it. And I was just a witness. One of the things that really pisses me off in this is he's saying that I had something to do with this from the get-go. And Dale, you'll have to just either deny or tell me I'm lying or whatever. You can say whatever you want. But I went into one back room with you when it was brought up, and I showed you my Cyberforce Omnibus.
Cyberforce on the bus.
Yeah, that's what I super chatted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember why I showed you that?
No.
Because Pitt was in it.
Oh, right.
The issue with
Yeah,
Pitt.
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole issue.
And then I showed you some other omnibus, and I was just curious, like, what was the deal? Like, did you have, like, how did that work? And we didn't talk much about it, but the idea of the omnibus comes up, and that's it. I didn't have anything to do with the project. Patrick then wanted to add me to a DM group, and I was, like, just added to it, but I never wrote in there. I guess he according to him, he just wanted a witness. I never read the room. I had nothing to do with it. But dragging me into this, again, is the Dan Frega thing. Why were you going to the zoo with your daughter and not launching the book? It's the same thing. Dragging me into it is trying to drag me into some sort of responsibility about putting this book out there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, not for nothing, Dale. Like, I what did I have to do with the book? You tell me.
Well, you were doing me a solid in putting it on your channel.
But did I work on the book?
No, you were just going to host it.
That's it.
I mean, but look,
I feel.
but that's
and-
it. No, there's nothing else.
Right. I feel, and I could be wrong, that some of these people just don't want to take blame for this thing falling apart.
You
And
think?
I mean,
yeah, and it's got to have as many hands on it as possible, so it's not their fault. It's everybody's fault.
I'll take the blame.
There you go, Dale.
You're
There you
not-
go,
you're not-
Dale.
Well, I mean, you tried that. You apologized to it was like, all right, let's do it. And he was like,
Dale's fault.
no, I cannot take the fact that you called Whitney a grifted whore. I won't stand by it. Fuck you, Dale. And then he deleted the campaign, and we were just like, oh. And Shane was like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go to the zoo.
Exactly.
And that was pretty much
Everybody's
it.
mad at each other,
Yeah.
but nobody's mad at Dale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole thing is just, I don't understand why he won't just take, like, he even, the thing is, Shane, which is so odd to me, the very next day, I think it was, he did that stream, right? And Patrick did that whole, I'm CG, but my company's not. And he said exactly what had happened. He said, Dale called Whitney a cryptid whore, and I told him, fuck you, I'm not doing it anymore. I mean, that was the only time he's ever told the truth about it, was on the stream the very next day. He said what happened, and then he deleted that fucking stream. But he said it that day, like he was like, no, I'm not working with Dale because Dale's a booze hound or some shit like that. Like, I'm not working with him.
They've got us sitting here trying to rationalize why it didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
All I can say is let's stop doing that and just start saying thank God it didn't work out for them.
I
don't care.
right?
I mean, if somebody fucked them over in any way, I'm glad they did. I'm
wait,
glad they got
wait.
fucked over.
Hold on, let me get a smile. When they did, I had to.
Yeah, I'm glad they got fucked over. Like, there's no reason for us to be sitting there tying ourselves in knots trying to figure out where did we go wrong? Why didn't PTP get to do this omnibus? Whose fault was it? It was our fault. Like, it was just Dale didn't want. No, fuck that. If it was everybody's fault or one person's fault, thank God for everybody or that one person. These shitheads shouldn't be anywhere in your comment scape, shouldn't be anywhere in your Dale Keown, shouldn't be anywhere in your pit. I resent when Phil Diaz suddenly tried to get his claws into Dale Keown. Like, Dale, I'm sorry I brought you here and put you with these scumbags. Like, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to bring you here because I'm a professional as well. Shane's a professional. The Thomas K. Kings, we've worked at Marvel and DC, and I wanted to work with you. I wanted to pay you what I think you're worth to work on my stuff and then make it hopefully possible for you to do your own stuff. I did not mean to put you within arm's reach of these greasy fucking weasels who all felt entitled to your time, all felt entitled to your IP. And you're quite right when you were trying to very humbly just explain that, like, Pitt is a world-class IP that, like, Hollywood was arguing where they were fighting over it. We were in negotiations over this. Why the fuck? I mean, out of the goodness of Dale's heart and Dale's desire to be a part, of this community and all this stuff, like, Dale just left himself open to just these pieces of fucking weasel shit, rat bastard scumbags who have no, like, grasp of reality. Like, we're in hell. We are surrounded by people who don't realize, like,
would either of you use
anything.
those
They've not earned
adjectives
proximity
to
Dale.
describe
They just haven't. So, I'm glad. Like, I don't want to argue about
other
people.
people?
Everybody
Rat bastard, son of a bitch,
Somehow we
motherfucker.
this close to letting Phil Diaz and PTP have access to Dale Keown and Pitt, and we fucking somehow we survived it. It's amazing. We blundered our way into fucking them over, and I think that's great. And if they personally feel slighted, that's good. I want them to feel slighted. I want both of them to feel slighted. You guys, we fucked you over then. If you want to believe that, that's cool. I wish I could believe that too. Unfortunately, none of us meant to fuck you over, but we should have. We should have intended to fuck you over. It should have been a very carefully planned op where you guys got screwed, but it wasn't. It wasn't that. But go on thinking that, because that makes me happy. I wish it were true. You guys deserve to be fucked over. You do not deserve to work here near us, anywhere near us. All of you who left with PTP, you are fucking stupid. Rainey, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. Kelsey, where are you? What are you doing? Those people who decided that, like, this issue that PTP was telling the truth, the dude's a liar, the dude's a snake, and the dude has no talent, none. And you guys fucked yourselves over. But again, I'm glad, and I wish we could take responsibility for that too. Thank God for the Sex Dungeon. Thank God for Tampa Comic Con. Thank God that you guys are letting us know who you are. Places like Heroes Con, taking photographs together. I need to know who you all are, because you used to operate in secret, but now you're taking pictures of each other, dabbing. What is it? Dabbing each other, big smiles and stuff. Good. Yeah. Bring it right up your fucking asses. You guys, bad things are going to happen to you guys, not because of me. Not because of me, but because of the choices that you're making. It's going to happen. It's going to be great, and you deserve it. And so anyway, the point of this is keep making your gay documentaries. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo. Mandy screwed us over. Shane screwed us over. Ethan did. Shane did. Dale did. We feel so sorry for Dale because Dale was drinking for a little while. Whatever. It all worked out, man. Those were called acts of God. Every single one of them prevented you from taking another step forward in comics. Oh, God, I get it. Thank you, Lord. All right, thank you.
Yeah, so for me, it's a little bit different. I've had Dan after my ass and stuff like that. I've had Dan come up where people say that I threatened to kick Dan in the head because you were super chatting, getting super chats for me to do that. So, like, to me, some of this is a little bit different. Some of this is about getting a record straight.
Why?
Because of situations I've run into the last two conventions I've went to.
Now everybody knows who everybody is. Period. Yeah. Everybody knows. There's no more of this. Shake my hand. There's no more of this. Everybody knows who everybody is. I don't like you, shitheads. I don't like you. I don't like you. I hope I don't run into any of you, because I feel very, very, very angry right now with you. Very angry. And that's just the way it is. So, like, there's no more of this, like, shake my hand or any of this nonsense or any of these games. You should just understand how people feel at this point. And that's just.
Oh, no. I think I'm Starlinking.
The way
No,
it
you
is.
just
caught back up.
And you don't need to work or sort anything out. I mean, we've been over this torturously for the past 2 weeks. Yeah. Who cares? It's like these people already let everybody know who they are. So basically, it didn't used to be choose a side, but at this point, it's hard not to choose a side, no matter
Ethan,
where you are, who you are.
You called me
it's
in my
not
chat
to
a
look at this
pedophile.
data
A group of
on
pedophiles.
here and then choose
No, well, I'm
a
just
side.
saying. He wants to talk about, like, being pissed and know who we people
Yeah,
are.
and if you were the smart YouTuber, you would have played it in your favor. That's what I don't understand. What a lot of people are missing. Like, they don't. If you want to play in the arena that he's been playing in, you have to be able to participate in the way that he feels is right. And I hear he shouldn't have called me a pedophile. I get those arguments, but really, they don't. Your opinion on the matter doesn't mean anything, or it doesn't hold any weight, because you're letting the you should have just let it go, and you played with it, and you worked your way up. You participated in the Howard Stern act of the show. That's what you should have done. And, maybe you'll recognize and feel that one day, but like,
Not with that, man. I don't play around with that. You know that. That's like my one line.
yeah, but
And like, listen, it's not. I don't care. Oh, maybe he didn't know that was your will. It doesn't matter to me if he knew or not.
and it doesn't matter to him.
Okay, wait, back up. What did he say? I vaguely remember.
I'm gonna
thing.
pour some Kraken and Pepsi.
He was in my me and Liam were sniping each other, and I was basically like pulling out all the receipts showing Liam a liar. And he was in Liam's chat at first, sticking up for him, and then he was in my chat sticking up for him. And while he was in my chat, he tweeted, "A bunch of pedophiles, a group of pedophiles are trying to make Liam look like a liar." Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it wasn't just you. Who else was it? There's other people.
Well, it was. I would assume the group would be my chat, because it was just me. I was the only one on stream. But he did it while he was in my chat, So, and then he tried to backtrack it, because then Chuck Reardon was like, "You're backing the wrong horse," and Ethan was like, "Which horse should I back?" And then Chuck was like, "The one where you don't call Dark Gift a PDF," and Ethan goes, "I didn't call him a PDF." And it's like, don't play the word game, pal. Like, you didn't call me a PDF. You're right.
He accuses Eric July of the
Right.
I didn't. That's
Yeah.
not exactly what it is that I said.
Yeah, and then in another tweet, he tried to like say, he's like, I don't think you're a pedophile, and I don't think you're a group of people. And it's like, again with the word games, because now you're just playing. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You think he doesn't like you or something? Is he
I
being
think-
openly hostile towards you, or
I think, I don't know. I probably not. I think he doesn't appreciate that, even though I'm not a hater, well, up until the pedophile thing, that I wasn't a hater, but I still had criticisms and I still called them out. And that I openly said that I don't get the evolution of where Comicsgate went, and that it's not me, and I'm doing the old school thing over here, and all that stuff. I don't think he appreciated that, and then I don't think he really appreciated me like humiliating his dancing monkey, because
which
his
one? Which dancing monkey?
Liam,
Oh, that one.
yeah,
Orange,
because he needs
orange or
Liam.
strawberry quality.
Yeah, he needs Liam for like.
Court jester.
Yeah, that,
Ish,
and like when
kinda.
people say you don't help the little guy, he can point to Liam and say you're helping the
Look
little.
what we did
he's
for
helping
Dino
the little-
King.
Yeah, right, exactly. So if people turn against Liam, then they're not going to care what he does.
It doesn't matter.
Do you
Liam is that black-eyed, bulgy-eyed retard that was on Howard Stern.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
That's what he
have
needs.
to- you have to-
That's what I'm saying. That's what he needs, his Beetlejuice.
Yeah, to keep the show going.
Yeah.
Right, and no.
So if he calls you a pedophile
Hold
in
on.
passing, he's not necessarily saying that you are, but he's
He's trying to
welcoming-
denigrate me, so I don't denigrate
I don't
Beetlejuice.
think he's trying to denigrate you. I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he's-
absolutely.
So openly hostile towards you.
If
Don't
you
take it
want to participate, you have to be able to take the punch.
I don't want to participate in whatever's going on over there.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We're
So you always want to stream to 3 to 5 people and 20 people.
No, what does that have to
Well,
do
that's
with
the
what's-
legacy that you're taking yourself on by taking too personal what the host of the largest show.
So I should just go. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's take him out of the equation. I should just go over and hang out with a bunch of people doing a bunch of shit that I don't like.
Take him out of the equation. That I don't believe that's a possible thing, because that would bring about more irrelevancy. Like, who else could you saber rattle with?
Why do I want to
you
saber
take out
rattle
each-
with somebody?
Well, you
So you
claim
put
to
it that
saber
way.
rattle.
It's hard. If you're trying to talk to people so that they can sort of reconcile this between the
No,
two.
I'm not trying to reconcile.
Well,
I'm
it can't be
trying to go through
reconciled. Okay,
it.
they
I'm just trying to go
seriously
through
mean
some of
us
it.
harm. They mean us harm. They're the ones.
Dude, nobody knows that more than me.
They're the ones.
Like, I know that.
Doing chaos to do us harm. We're not. We're like best wishes. Our best wishes to you. We didn't mean to hurt you. Is there anything we can do? No, no more. Fuck you. If I had 11 fingers, I had 11 fingers up for all 11 of you. Fuck you. And your families and your futures. Fuck you. That's how it is. And you asked for it. You begged for it. We tried to be nice to you. We tried to work things out. You guys don't want to work things out. You guys want to cause problems, endless problems. You guys want to do gay ops.
Yeah,
You guys want to start trouble.
Why make that video?
And now we know. Now everybody knows. I'm just saying, everybody knows now. Okay? So there's no more questions. We don't like you. We can see that you're trying to hurt us, and the fans should know. And the fans can choose at this point, or one of us or both of us. I don't really care, but the fans should know that this is how it is. And I just don't want to play footsie with these faggots anymore. I'm tired of it. Sick of it. That video was enough. It's just enough. Sorry, Shane.
I'm looking for something. You can keep going.
Okay, well, let me keep going by showing you the progress of fucking Black Flag right now. Black Flag, he was doing these videos for a little while where he was like working on the same fucking panel for like 3 weeks, every day working on the same busted panel. But you know what? It's like every day now. Shane, share my screen every day.
Pause it real quick.
This. What is this?
When did the thing happen with Shane and he got yelled at? What was the date?
When he got yelled at, when? Shane gets yelled at a lot.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
When did that convention happen? The whole handshake argument.
South Carolina Comic Con,
Oh,
that one.
June 21st.
And Shane recorded it.
It was the weekend of the 21st. I don't know exactly what day that like all that went down, but it was a 3-day con.
Dan
so-
Fraga texted me on the 30th. He called me on the 30th of May, and he left me a voicemail on the 30th of May.
Play
That
it.
was in May, but like, so, but this was the con was.
This
a
was
month
20
later.
something days beforehand.
Yeah.
Play it.
No, I haven't listened to it. I don't want to.
Oh. I want to see what he says about Black Flag.
All right, yeah, hit play. Let's see what he.
Okay.
These are my doodles for the day. What is this? These are worthless. Why aren't these panels for your comic book that's now 5 years late? You produced nothing in 5 years, except for tons of these pretentious doodles.
Now wait a minute. Maybe he's doing it in layers. Anybody ever think of that?
Maybe he's going to pull all this out and he's going
Right.
to make a comic book out of this.
Later.
You haven't
Spend more
listened
time
to
on
it?
your faggoty signature. Look at this frag, boom. Than you do on a panel for Black Flag. Where is Black Flag? Where is it? 5 years, you've done nothing. Don't tell me about Rainbow the Brute. I have produced book after book after book. I fulfilled tons of campaigns, probably 25 campaigns I fulfilled. I produced a ton of comic books. More to come.
Yeah.
5 years in that same span of time. We're getting doodles every day, little videos of you deciding to draw a fish riding a bicycle or some shit. This energy should be going into Black Flag for your customers. I don't know why it isn't. I don't know what the holdup is.
Yeah, enough doodling. Come on, get to work.
Yeah, exactly. And that goes double for you, Dale. Here's page 2.
Yeah.
Dale, you got Dale.
I'm fired up.
By the way, again, I recommend this. 8 Revisited.
What the fuck is that? Sorry.
So this is Peter Baggs' comic book about a guy named Buddy Bradley from New Jersey. During the 90s, moves to Seattle. And this was big in the late 80s, early 90s. And he went back and this is an update about where Buddy Bradley is now. Now that he's our age and he's living in the world. Look at this. Look, he's living in the world today. He's wearing a MAGA hat and his ex-girlfriend's hitting him in the head with a Black Lives Matter fucking sign. Great.
Yeah, he looks like Robert Crumb.
Hate. Oh, yeah, a little bit. Yeah. I'm sure that's one of his influences.
Kind of like on acid.
I read this one. I could not put this down.
I love that.
Good book. Sorry, Shane.
I like it.
You can come back. Oh, wait. What Shane was doing something. You said,
I
go
like
on.
the magazine size. It's cool.
Yeah, it's like a big graphic novel. Fan of graphics. They published my brother too, my little brother Noah. And he's the one who told me. Yeah, like Peter Baggs, like I'm like one of his biggest fans and everything. I met him a couple of times. My brother Noah's like his friend because they work for Fan of Graphics. Yeah, you get to hang out with Peter Baggs.
So we all agree that
He told me that this was coming out.
Mandy has what it takes to produce this, to do what they said.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Do,
I don't know.
okay.
Peter Baggs.
You did not say it either.
Oh, the Wizard Lab.
I'm
One this year and then 2 next year.
My dad
I'm
is-
skeptical on
Holiday
the
and Noah. A little gossip here.
on her or Dale being able to figure out how to get the scans done. They're gonna need help, like they were getting originally from like Tucci, like when Tucci was helping out PTP.
That's what Gay Dollar said.
Scans.
Said the same thing.
They're gonna need help. Now, if they get that help, then
Yeah.
yes, I think she could put it together because I think
Gay Dollar said the same thing.
Pete Gilmore probably will help with doing the file, like
Yeah.
formatting the files for print and doing the pre-press and stuff, because I think he does most of that shit for their books anyway. And yeah, and then once they goes to print and fulfillment, yeah, she'll be that all that I think she can handle. She's got that all on lock. It's getting the images scanned and done the way they need to be done.
Biggest hurdle.
Yeah.
I remember somebody.
How much original art do you reckon Dale has?
I mean, if he goes digging, he says he didn't have all of it. So
Right, but he's got.
It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Who
It
cares?
does because he could sell them for tens of thousands of dollars.
no, I don't think he has the original artwork.
Yeah, he don't got shit.
He has the original scans on zip drives.
Okay.
He just has the high DPI zip drives that they used when they colored. You remember when Image and Maximum and all that were going from actual coloring to digital coloring? So in the early 90s, they went to digital coloring. Remember all that?
Yeah,
like Malibu and all that. They
changed
started
the paper.
digitally coloring everything.
A lot of them
They would put them on.
from newsprint to regular paper too. It was right around
Yeah,
that
well,
same
they
time.
would put them on discs, but the discs were tape drives, and that's where it's like a hardcore.
Sean says 2 years.
They record with Rust.
Yeah, I know. Like,
Oh, it's. I mean, the tape on these drives are this like smaller or the same size as a cassette.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine them sitting.
Rust.
I don't know why everybody.
There's no rust on plastic tape.
It is. That's what makes the
Yeah, I'm
pictures
when I
sound.
work, I have to, like, push all that aside and just
Or
dive
sounds
in.
anyway.
But then I'm lost.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. So let me.
turn them up. I want to hear pregnant, Mandy.
Yeah, join us, Sean.
Yeah, I feel like she might be pregnant.
There's more drama in this last year than there has been in a long
How
time.
old is she?
I thought the same thing.
I hope she names her next child Jay Dollar.
These
Justin.
assholes are trying to do is make things not fun. So me and Dale are on a mission to make shit fun again. F you, it, you know.
F
and make
you.
things- We're gonna make things fun again. Cause fuck them. They're not. I'm done with them.
Well, news shit had ratcheted up to an all-time high with that Sunday at.
Turn it up just a tad.
That dude. That was like weird. That's disturbing that he knows that he has like I don't know a way to say it. It'd be nice, but like he has simpletons that he's like Shane needs to get a fucking ass kicked. And he's saying it to like hype up the simpletons to do it. And it's like I don't know. It's like he's trying to build an army of lords. I don't know. It's fucking weird. It's bizarre.
Yeah. I don't have the one screenshot, but I guess everybody can take. I don't have a timestamp. If somebody in the chat has a timestamp for that screenshot, I'll pull it up. But I did want to go over some of this because this is how crazy this is, and this is where it bothers me. And I look, last Matt, I get your fuck you to everybody's speech, Ethan, but I have to point out how ridiculous this is. Pastor Flash, thank you for the super chat. He says, Shane, I sent you 2 short clips of PPP to your DMs from the stream he did the day after the launch.
Good to know.
Okay. I'll bring those up. Thank you for that if they're relevant. I'm sure you wouldn't be sending them to me for no reason at all. This part here, this is how crazy, and this is like the bow tie at the end of this whole scenario is at least to Patrick's thing, his professional opinion. This is the sum of this whole situation, of the planets aligning, of Dell even picking up a pencil to learn to draw Hulk and doing Pit. All of this is to this cosmic point in his life that his professional opinion of what happened is in the middle of the night, Dell. In the middle of the night. Right. I had the stream already set up and everything. Everybody went to bed. When I went to bed, Mandy got John on the phone.
Right. Like I know John. Like that is not John. I do not have John's number. John is not a let me talk to somebody on the phone talk guy. That is the stupidest fucking thing ever.
And then John and Mandy of all people, talked Dale out of doing the book with us.
Yeah.
Now here's the question. Right. Now, why did John do this? Dun dun dun. You know, why did Ethan do this? Dun dun dun. You know, it's like holy shit.
He is a fucking retard.
No. Wait. This is great. Ethan was launching Cyberfrog 3. That's the same week or the same month or whatever it was. Which is it? You can look this shit up real easy. You can figure this out. Which was it? The same year, the same month, the same whatever? Which was it? And John was launching Godlike or whatever book it was. So it's like, both of them had big ticket items ready to go.
Big ticket items. Ready to go.
All right, so Mandy wanted to fuck it up for Cyberfrog 3 and Godlike. Like, do you get where this? You see how like retarded this is when you break it down?
No, I think she wanted to protect the Cyberfrog 3 and Godlike by fucking up the pit on the bus from DP. I think that's what it's saying.
But why? What's her invested interest in that? I get that's what she's saying. I'm never mind. I guess that was lost on you. There's no incentive for Mandy to do that.
No.
Right.
No, it didn't happen.
But it gets better.
As now.
And then Shane was also doing whatever the fuck that book was that he already did. Or whatever the fuck he did for Image. He was
He is insane.
Look, they even got his stutter in type. He was redoing that book. They even got his stutter down in type. Look at that. So these people already had like books lined up. Yes, Patrick, people had books lined up. People plan ahead, just like you do, Patrick. Just like you had the Pit Omnibus, and you also had Ramen Toys having you deliver toys for them, and you were going to have storage containers to hold such toys to do American distribution. And you also were like, hey, what if I could just use those containers to hold the Pit Omnibus? You had plans too. You didn't just have plans for you and other books you were doing, Patrick, like Seekers and other things. You also had plans for a foreign company to sell toys, you know, and look for favors in the toy community. The whole Dungeoneer file thing happened because he was putting in toy people, sucking that toy dick into CG bullshit, and that's the only reason that stuff even got out. We're not the bad guys. We didn't go uncover that. A guy that he was randomly dry humping in the toy community is how that shit came out, not us. And the way that I saw them seeing it was the Pit book was going to mess with their money. You see, we all had future plans of books. I actually was moving Extends along. Launch around the Pit Omnibus.
Right.
I wasn't trying to fuck with Pit's money. I actually moved back my launch date for the Pit Omnibus.
You did. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
But no, I was trying to fuck with this fucking money.
Pause
Did
it
you
real
know
quick
that
for
Ethan, when I was
Praetor.
talking about this?
Pause it. So, Elasmat originally released a 30-minute video, and then he took it down because PTP, Phil Diaz, and a couple other people's came to Elasmat, and Elasmat turned his 30-minute documentary into an hour and 28-minute documentary.
Yeah, so that's PT. To answer your question directly, that's PTP that they're quoting.
Yeah, so a lot of the quotes that is being said here is PTP talking to Elasmat.
Also, it was alleged that Elasmat didn't reach out to anybody, but in fact, Elasmat reached out.
No.
Isn't that what you said?
He reached out to Dale.
That's what he's just about to say.
Yeah.
Okay, play.
Well, that's what he's about to say in the documentary, not what the stream is.
I don't have anything else to say about it. Like I wasn't thinking at all about the Pit Omnibus getting in the way of anything I was doing or anything John was doing.
Right.
And I know if you're like a delusional ass-blasted retard who thinks that this was going to be like, you know, his big score, you might not believe that, but I'm just telling you the truth. I don't care. The Pit book was going to do whatever it was going to do. Cyberpunk 3 was going to do whatever it did.
What are you doing?
And the two could have coexisted just fine. Just fine. This is like insane. Like Shane, like to ascribe to us this level of like paranoia and scheming and everything really is projection. We got guys. This Pit Omnibus is going to come out. Our friend Dale is mostly going to be the guy who benefits, but it's really going to fuck over our crowd funds. We got to do something to like fuck over PTP and the Pit Omnibus, but we got to do it surreptitiously and in the most weird kind of way that we can. Instead of directly just going and saying, you know what, can you put the Omnibus? Save that for August. No, we got to fuck everybody over by like, you know, what? What did we do? What would we do? I mean, you know, honestly, if I really felt like it was going to be a scheduling conflict that was going to take money or attention away from my book, I would just say to Dale and PTP, I would go to them and say, guys, I have a big launch on the 4th of July. Could you move it to August so that everybody has time to replenish their bank accounts and neither of us get hurt? I wouldn't try to destroy the project. That's insane. That is fucking insane. And why am I even being brought up in this anyway? The whole time I was saying, I don't care. Do it. I'm so glad somebody else is handling this and not me.
Well, that's what's funny about it in hindsight. I'm looking at it is it's like everybody pretty much tried to help him out, and now it fell apart, and he's sitting here blaming everybody but himself. You know, like at the end of that conversation that day, and I know Asmat or whatever, he didn't give a shit.
Let's get his name right. Elasmat.
To ask anybody other than Patrick and make the truth out of Patrick, even though you can see the paranoia delusions of PTP looking backwards 2 years. Do you know like how retarded it is to be paranoid about the past? Like you have to be fucking retarded to spend that much time being paranoid about the past. Paranoia only works for you in the future.
Right. Stuff that's going to happen.
Yes. Health that is you know, defensive paranoia.
Not stuff.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I just find it weird that he didn't like want to cross reference. And I get, and that's where it's like obviously it's a smear video. It's a smear video, but Bear Wolf sent me the thing I'm looking for, and this is telling to me.
Okay.
Hey, Phil told me his girlfriend gave it to Vicky. I love Phil, but I didn't believe him. A lot of people from Tampa were pussies.
Yo, Jay.
They feared getting dirty.
Yeah. Dillard's in the back.
What if he really did take care
Oh,
of
this
it?
is the gay guy
He
stream.
was like, "Hey, you want to go out to the club
No, it's
later?"
not.
And I'm like,
I don't
"What do
see
you
it.
mean?"
Oh.
I'm like here with my wife and kids.
John Dillard.
There's a Mexican in the back. Do you see him? He's probably by Home Depot.
I don't. Am I doing something
1:35 a.m. Hello in the private chat
Oh,
from Dillard.
oh.
Take off Pray Tours.
God bless you, John Dillard. I didn't see you.
Dillard, how are you, good sir?
You're muted, Dillard.
He knows he is. He's being a dick.
Well, somebody muted me. It was not me.
Must have been me. I'm sorry. That's two things. I'm sorry I didn't see you.
I'm
and I'm sorry I
apologizing.
didn't-
How many
Let the
apologies
Tom
can
game
I
happen.
take from the white man
That's all you're
Before he-
getting. It doesn't
before
matter.
he makes a reparation?
Oh, no, never.
Reparation.
Never.
3 Doritos packs a month.
All right.
I don't
Can
eat
I?
Doritos. I only eat hot Cheetos and Taki.
Hmm.
What are you guys doing? What are you watching?
We are watching live Mandy Summers and Dale Keown talking about how they're going to launch sort of a pit omnibus. And Shane Davis and Ethan Van Sciver have a lot to say about the video that Lazmat made earlier.
Dillard, did you watch Lazmat's 1 hour and 30-minute documentary today?
I don't watch a Lazmat's 5-minute videos. Why would I watch a long
So
Lazmat?
this is a lot to take in.
I mean, I'm familiar with the situation with the omnibus, but I'm not familiar with a Lazmat's video. Did he have rare and significant new insight?
He had firsthand comments from Pat, PTP, and Phil, and stuff like that. I guess they like did like an off-air interview.
So that's like a yes?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
And it sounded spoken too. I don't know. PTP
Yeah,
doesn't.
he
write
clearly
like that.
probably
They were talking to each other.
No one Lazmat, he probably said, "Listen, I'm going to record this for the transcript," and he literally transcribed it the way he spoke it. That's why there's stutters and the 150 you-knows. Like, Pat, come on, man.
Yeah.
It's like a Valley Girl saying like every 10 seconds. You know?
It is a very one-sided documentary, I will say.
It is.
And it was a good topic of discussion for today and the next couple of days.
I'll say it's very uninteresting.
It is.
Well,
it
that's
totally
what we're
is.
talking about today, Dillard.
But
I'm just being a shithead because Jay Della always says, I just think it's interesting.
Do I?
Yes, and you stroke your beard too. I think it's.
I gotta trim like it's like getting on.
No. He doesn't start with it's interesting. He'll end his conversation with I just think it's interesting. That's all.
He does do that, yeah.
All right.
It is very interesting.
Push and play.
All of the emotions that have been going on.
Club, he's like, well,
Bringing it
it's kind of a sex club. He actually said that to me, and I was like, fuck no. Now, my theory is he wanted to get all these people together in this pit of sin and get photos. And see them sort of, right? He's got leverage on them.
I wouldn't be
right?
surprised, honestly.
Yeah. And
What,
now,
you think he had a bunch of baby oil around?
yeah, right.
I know what he was trying to
P. Epstein. Yeah, and now that they don't take his side anymore, now they're pussies. They are pussies or were pussies. Which is it? They're past tense or present tense pussies. They feared getting dirty. They feared standing by my side. And he thought he was leading the pack here, man. The revolution to overthrow CG. And people are like new CG. People like nobody ever heard new CG till after Tampa. It started coming up in the chat. People said they heard it from his table.
Oh, that's so wrong, Shane.
I told all of them.
Warcane's
We need to
been
stick
saying-
together. or he'll
Warcane's
pick us
been
off one
saying
by
new
one. And he
CG
did. He did.
since,
Did
like,
you pick them off like
2021.
with your scope, Ethan, with your masterful lens? Did you pick them off one by one?
Man, I swear to God, like all I tried to do for any of those people is help them, give them a little light on their campaigns, on their YouTube channels, and then get them a little bit of notification and notice. That's all I did for any of those people. I'm disgusted by this whole. I'm not even gonna fucking dignify it. I mean, just, I wish I had. I'll just put it that way.
I like how he keeps bringing Tampa up too.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
Like, who's talking about this shit anymore? I mean, unless it's like, But we were all in it to get rid of that pit money because Dale, we thought it was going to fuck us up.
Right.
Oh, well, except me. I had other reasons for doing it.
But when this is the bow on the box, you know, this was all about fucking Patrick up. Like, you know, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Now, for people who don't know, you announced this earlier, right? You and Dale were planning to do trades.
Yeah, you're goddamn right. Yeah.
Now, you know, tell me a little bit about that.
See,
All right, so
The plan was to fuck Patrick up so you could do the trade.
yeah, that's yeah. I waited. I'm playing the long game. I waited
They
2
didn't
years
decide
to swoop
until
in. It was
just
my plan
today.
all along. Haha, got you fuckers. So, yeah.
Anthony.
No, so Dale and I were talking, and I
What?
was hit piece after hit piece after hit piece. Keep
remember
coming
I
up with
asked
how
Pause the crazy bit. Pauser. What
if-
were you saying?
If I ask you if you think that Mandy and Dale are capable of doing what they said they're going to do, 1 this year, 2 the next 2 years, you said
I said, as far as everything goes, yes, except for I just don't see them without any help or without forking over some cash.
and they
Getting-
didn't plan it. They
getting
just
this
decided,
chance.
were it not for Lasmat's video, they would not have.
I don't think that's the case at all.
No, I think, okay, so I'm sure this has bounced back and forth a few times over the last couple of years. They probably, like, kept either, like, I don't know, either not doing it or not, like, talking about it seriously. But then I think when the initial video dropped, like, a week ago,
Started a conversation.
within that time frame and this time frame, they probably put this all together. Yeah, within the last week, they probably put this all together.
Yeah, and I congratulate Mandy and Dale, and if this hype is being played out the way that it is, and it can result in profit from an intellectual property standpoint, you do a good job.
Good for them.
Yeah, very, very good. You know, very, and the way to use a Lasmat, you know, good job. But at the same time, again, like I've been saying, I hear Phil, I hear his point of view. I understand PTP's point of view. I understand a lot of this, and I would say to those guys, you know, if you cannot adapt to the times, you will be left behind, and it is very unfortunate, and I hope you learn from it. But, you know, Mandy, despite like her nudes coming out, her getting drilled in the booty hole by a dildo or whatever,
It's a long time ago.
she has weathered the storm, and she's doing well, and she knows all the things about her, and here she is live tonight after everything that's going on. Dale is here, and I think, you know, this is maybe a good jumping off point to capitalize on intellectual property. I do think that.
Yeah.
And I wish for their success. You know, YouTube is a very difficult thing. Motherfucker, it is difficult. And learning to navigate this without emotions, but at the same time being,
Down emotions.
you know, like a
Not making it.
provocateur of emotions.
Mhm.
Like it's a very interesting. Like Anthony was saying, "Oh, Ethan called me a pedophile." Like, you could have
Called
used
you a
that
pedophile.
to your
You caught
advantage.
that, Dylan?
Yeah, you know. So, you know, fucking Blade Runner, bro. This is all Blade Runner, and whoever wins, and they will make money. So hopefully, Elasmat can capitalize on all of this that's happening.
How is he gonna?
The last week and some change, and he can sell some duck books. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. No.
I hope all this works out for everyone who's involved. So, like, this is a complicated fucking thing. Like, this is
Right.
real. This
I
is
mean,
money.
it's-
This is money.
How much does it really matter to me? Why do I pay attention to you people in the first
This
place?
is money. This is real fucking money.
It's not my money.
So,
I'm not the one making the decision about, putting the life's work of somebody, a phenomenal artist, together in one place and selling it on the open marketplace. Anyway, can I push play? Push play.
Buddy, it's my fault. Like Alice Matt was complaining even on Twitter like 3 days ago. How he never read it, and now it's my fault that he's never going to get to. Because God forbid, he go and buy them off the fucking. If he really wanted to read them, go get them off eBay or something. No,
No, what? No.
Dale and I were talking, and we decided, if I'm going to constantly take the hit.
Slow it down, so I can hear what she's saying.
Oh. What? All right, there we go.
Yeah.
For fucking it up and supposedly swooping in and stealing it. Fuck it. Might as well do it. So yeah, Dale and I are gonna be doing it. So yeah, we're gonna do 5 issues, trade paperbacks. 5 of them with 4 issues in each one. We plan to get 1 out this year, and then 2 every year after that.
Now that's 1 launch this year. Right?
1 this year, yeah.
Launch,
It's already
not delivered, but
no, launch.
They had to have this
So,
planned
we
longer
on
than
launching one
I
this
think
year
you
and
think,
getting out,
Anthony.
Hopefully by early like
I don't
maybe
think so.
February, maybe even sooner than that.
I do.
So that is kind of our plan for right now. So
Yeah, it's okay.
yeah, we're really excited.
Why do you think that?
That's right. Yeah.
So, pause.
Because they already have something.
All right,
figured
so
out.
these guys, Mandy is she's a chick.
She's cunning.
But she can handle being called a whore, and she can still make money.
Yes.
Dale knows how to navigate the nuances of what YouTube has up. Ethan.
Dale has the opposite of that. He's got the opposite of that.
No, hold on. So Ethan professional, Shane professional. They are maximizing what YouTube is able to give them, which is about $100,000 or more per product that they produce.
Now, I think you guys are putting too much thought into this. Exactly what happened.
Too much thought. There is so much thought gone into this, Anthony.
Listen. I guarantee you, like, talk has happened over the course of whatever, and like nothing came of it. And then a Lazmat's video dropped. You know how easy it is to come up with this idea?
Totally acceptable.
You could.
Love it.
She probably came up with this idea after a Lazmat's video dropped. She was cooking her kids lunch, and thought of the fucking the trade paperback thing. Like, that's how easy it is to come up with these ideas. You can come up with an idea on the fly, and then go up to Dale and go, "Hey, Dale, I got an idea. Let's do, instead of an omnibus, let's do."
Do you think it's that
5 trade paperbacks? And he probably was like, "Yeah, it sounds like a good idea." And then they were like, "Okay, blah 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 blah. Let's announce it next week," and blah blah blah. And that's how this all came to.
All right, yeah,
That's
sure.
the conversation.
Sure.
So this is
Anthony,
a
hold
twice
on.
baked
I'm
potato.
sorry, seven. I apologize. Let me dominate this conversation without a gay. Dale has been doing this. Dale has been doing this for 40 years. All of a sudden, Manny you're making it far more simpler than it sounds. These are true decisions.
All right, so then he was playing bass guitar.
Dale will make.
Okay, the video came out last week, and then he's sitting there playing his bass guitar, jamming along, maybe smoking a joint, and then he goes, "You know what? I got an idea. Instead of an omnibus, I'm going to do 5 trade paperbacks. Let me go get Mandy to do it." Either way, the conversation
Pull it
went.
up.
It
Find
happened
the video.
this week. That's all I'm saying.
Pull it up.
And I hope everyone here who has talent can do the same thing in the same amount of time.
I do too. I hope
What,
everybody
come up with an idea?
Yeah,
Everybody
but
comes up with
unfortunately, you
ideas.
only make like $5,000 to $10,000.
I'm especially happy that
So what?
talented people.
Oh,
like
so what? Yeah.
An idea is an
Dillers
idea.
are
Like, we're talking about
thriving
the
in this
idea.
environment.
Now,
Yeah.
the execution
Ignore
of said idea.
capitalism and
No,
the.
it's not what I'm saying. You're now you're totally fucking. Now you're pulling an SJW move and applying.
I'm not
something.
doing that.
Yes, you are. You're applying something to my argument that has no relevance to my argument.
It's
You're talking about the execution of said plan. I'm talking about the coming up of said plan.
Right.
I think it's been longer than 2 weeks.
I do too. Way longer.
Absolutely. And to suggest
Well,
otherwise,
They've been talking about this for
you
a
guys are
minute.
conspiracy theorists.
No, we're
I-
not.
Well, you
I-
sound like a conspiracy.
I
theorist.
totally buy into the whole. This is all spiteful. They're
Yeah.
doing it. They're doing it because of spite. I totally get it.
Conspiratorial.
Doing it for
And you know
money.
what?
Why would you do something out of spite or to make money? I would rather do something
Both.
to make money.
Both.
Spite money.
Yeah, spite money. They said it in Mandy's stream earlier. She was like, "I'll take that spite money." That's exactly
Yeah.
what she said.
Good
This is
job.
all for spite.
Yeah.
Right. So,
When
but
did
you
that
know
happen?
what? I hope Dale makes $100,000 that he get put in his pocket. I hope
He'll make more than 100 if
Dale's
it's not the way
involved,
that
I
they-
will probably back it. I'm a huge Dale Keown fan. I'm
not.
a huge Pitt fan.
I'm not buying Mandy's
Might
shit.
not. I'll promote it,
Not
but
happening.
I probably won't back it.
Not happening.
I don't understand, and maybe it's because I'm stupid,
Mhm.
but I don't understand what the big idea, like what is it about this information? Again, I didn't watch a Last Match video, but what is it about this information being presented that we're going to be doing a Pit omnibus broke down into 5 parts that is making Jay Dalla think that this is something that was
No,
weeks or
wait.
months in the making?
I'm saying that.
One, I
said
didn't hear
too.
about that until tonight, so that's not my train of
I'm
thought.
thinking it too. I don't have any evidence.
Why
that-
did they wait 2 years then?
What does it matter?
That-
Why not
that's a
use-
big hole in your guys' theory.
I don't have a theory. I don't have
I
a
do.
point in respect to like
Then what is your theory, Seven?
I
Jay Dalla
said
doesn't have a
earlier
theory.
speculation.
some months, let's say 11, maybe 10 months, they've been talking about it.
Why even wait that long?
Why not?
There's a lot of moving parts.
It doesn't
It's
make
pretty
sense.
complicated.
It
and
does make
All of a
sense.
sudden, nobody's mentioned shit about the omnibus in forever, and all of a sudden, a Last Match video dropping this happens. And you
Omnibus
guys-
is always being brought up.
Hold on.
It's always being brought up.
Not to this level, and all of a sudden, the Last Match drops these 2 videos,
Yeah.
and now they're gonna do this. You guys,
Well, I said
if
you
it walks
set
like a duck and
precedent.
it sounds like a duck, it's a duck. They came up with this in between the span of a week.
No,
Yeah. Okay.
that's absurd. With the
Why
amount
announce it now when all this is
Because
going
the
on
Last
instead
Match
of a
did this.
year ago?
Because
Last
as
Match,
they
you started
said,
it. Last Match.
as they said, Manny and Dale Keown with his 4-minute video earlier, he's like, at this point, let's just do
Might as well.
what the argument is about. So, but that doesn't. So, you're saying that
Does this mean you're not friends?
You
Oh,
don't-
Oh, that's my boy. Yeah. What's good? What are you talking about, Kirk?
so the obvious is
Quack.
there, right? You know that every once in a while that they probably talk about business things, intellectual property.
If it walks like a duck,
What you're
it
saying
might be a
is-
Last Match. Quack.
So what you're saying is you are on the affirmative in respect to Dale Keown and Mandy, never talking about this thing before.
I didn't say that.
And this is
I
just
didn't.
out
Say,
of
I said I'm sure
of the
they've
law.
tossed the idea around about doing something over the course of 2 years, but it never came to fruition until like all this hubbub about, oh, we dropped a 30-minute documentary. Oh, I removed the documentary because I got more insight and it's going to be longer. I'm going to put it out soon. And there's all this hype about this video and all this buzz about this video. I guarantee you is when they were like, okay, we listen, are we going to do this or not? And then they probably were like, yeah, let's do it.
And they've made
How
a
do
bold
you-
enough statement to
how
say
do you
that they're
wanna
going to
do
get
it?
something on the market this year.
I
If it
think
was
I
6
think
months.
the video triggered the actual affirmative
Pretty bold claim.
coalition
That's a
between the
pretty
two of
big
them to
thing
do
to
this.
promise. that you're gonna
Otherwise,
get
they would
one
have
out
announced
this
it a year ago if they were talking about it for a year.
Might have been planning for it. That
not so.
The only
It seems to
reason
me
it's being
very
talked
clear,
about is
almost
why
as
it's
if
a
the
1 hour,
whole
30-minute
the whole Trump
documentary.
thing that happened, Jay Dalla is incensed right now, and there's no reason for him to be so emotional, but he is being overly emotional about this, and I really want to know why. It's very out of character for him to be this emotional.
He's usually so rational.
No, not rational, just unemotional.
I don't believe that's the case, and I don't believe that's what's happening right now.
It's like when Trump was like, "Oh, you know, are we still talking about Epstein?" That guy's like, "Oh, wait, where is this coming from, Jay Dollar? Where is this coming from?"
I said it earlier on the stream, playing the devil's advocate, as Anthony said he was playing earlier, this devil's advocate point of view. This is business.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to even step on these people's toes anymore because I'm just not going to do that.
I'm not
So
stepping on their
So
toes.
let me tell you exactly what's happening here, because this happens to a bunch of different communities and a bunch of different small groups inside of this community. You
All right.
have an idea. The idea was the Pitt Omnibus. It fell through. Long time ago, it fell through.
A lot.
Dale Keown's been sitting on a gold mine for a while now, but yet nobody has been the
Stepped
one
up.
because everybody seems to agree that Dale Keown needs some sort of a handler, right? So somebody needs to step up. Yes, it has, and somebody needs to step up and do the book with Dale because Dale is an
For
artist.
Dale.
He's not a businessman. He's an artist.
For Dale. Yeah.
Right,
and my
for Dale.
argument,
So hold on, let me finish, Jay Dollar.
God damn it.
So when now the idea's probably been kicked around in the back rooms and in the DMs about, you know, maybe something like this might be cool, something like that might be cool, something like this might be cool. What if we did it with this? And him and Mandy have probably been, you know, in the
Curating
course,
the ideas.
yeah, in the course of it, curating the idea. And then when it's not a big stretch of the imagination for when a Last Match video comes out and it has a little bit of more attention, and then it gets brought up again. Hey, you know what? Let's pull the trigger on that thing that, you know, we've
They
been
were
talking
planning.
about. It's not even a big. It's not even. That's
Yeah,
like
and
at the
what I was
most
saying
basic
earlier-
level how something happens. You know.
Yeah, and
Yes.
what I was saying earlier isn't it extremely obnoxious how Dale comes around, he's just Dale, and everyone and their mother is trying to come at Dale for 5, 10, 15, 20% of Dale's intellectual property. I have not stood on any point, and I have not.
I'm sorry, Gay Dollar. Speaking of the small groups in this bitch, hail to the 3 people in the chat.
Yeah, so what I was saying
Over-
earlier is it has to be extremely annoying to be Dale because everywhere he goes, everyone is trying to pitch him for his IP. And then maybe this motherfucker just wants to come and hang out and chill because he's an artist, because he's a musician, and he just wants to be around. Maybe he doesn't want to do the Dale Omnibus. Maybe he doesn't want to do the Dale fucking new story with Phil Diaz.
Maybe he doesn't want to do
Maybe
a cover
he
for
just
John
wants to
Malin.
fucking come around on these live streams and just be Dale Keown, and you know him for his
But
intellectual property.
that's not the case, and we know that that's not
which
the
I
case.
said. Yes, indeed. And everyone
Because
is trying
Dale
to-
has admitted and Ethan has said that the reason he came into this community because he was hurting for cash and he needed to do a project. He wanted to do a crowdfunding project. He wanted to do something. And Ethan was like, well, come over to CG, pitch like an omnibus. You already have content out there that people want. Do that. Now that fell through. He's been sitting on that idea for a while, a couple of years now.
Do you have faith in Mandy? Do you think Mandy can do it, Dillard?
Of course Mandy can do it. Mandy has shown that she can get projects put together and put out. That's not an issue. The issue is whether or not she's going to be able to do it with Dale keeping his sanity and keeping everything together enough to let it happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. The least.
And that was my
at
argument
least
earlier.
Dale, just to put together an omnibus, because Dale already did the work for the omnibus. But just to put that together with the least amount of work expected upon Dale,
Correct. Yeah.
the better.
And this is what I
The
said,
least
Dillard.
that guy has to do, the better.
This is what I
it'll
said,
be for
Dillard.
the project.
If
He's already done
anyone
the work.
wants,
Except
if
for the
anyone
zip
wants to
files.
work, if anyone wants to work with Dale Keown, if they want to do the omnibus and all that, they need to come to Dale Keown with everything fucking finished. All 20 pages are in this thing. They've got it printed. They did the due diligence. They spent their own money. They got it fucking done. and they have ASDF in the front that Dale Keown can fix at the end. If you want to work with Dale Keown, you come to this motherfucker done. You're done. You have everything done. This, like, you have something to give him. Otherwise, you're just going to deal with this Canadian hippie.
It's an impossible
like
strategy for
no,
Mandy because she
no
only
industry.
decided to do this 2 weeks ago. So she
Yeah,
can't
there's
have
no-
it done. She can't have
Yeah.
anything planned because it's only done 2 weeks ago.
They have been talking about this for months, if not
That's what I'm
years.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
And because of Alasmat's video a week or two ago, 3 weeks ago, whatever it was, this sparked a fire that created more conversations. But again, in the end, you will not get anything from Dale unless you bring it to him already fucking done.
The
That's
less
it.
he has to do, the better.
So you got to spend all the money scanning all the like this is reality. This is business. I'm not naive. I'm not ignorant. I am Dillard. I heard what you said.
all right,
I've
so-
heard with Ethan and Shane and everyone. They all have varying perspectives of what's going on, and
Yes, of course.
like,
it is.
it's very evident.
Mm.
So
It's a hoot. Kirk, how do you say this name? Kirk Fashy?
the fascist Kurt.
All right. Well, that's how I feel about all the CG projects. I won't do business till the product is done. That's why I backed Golden Patriot cover A, B, and C
Now we're talking.
by Yellow Flash, drawn by John Dillard.
That's a
Good
man
job.
with his head on his shoulder right there.
Good job, Kurt.
Right? Yeah, attaboy. Post a link. Oh, he's done a mod.
Well,
But-
now he needs to go back.
I'll be honest, I didn't
the
even know
Buckley.
Seven had a channel.
I do. I hardly use it.
I don't even know his channel, and I'm on it.
SEVE 7 OF9INE.
When I search that, it's a bunch of cheerleading.
38, and then there's 38, I think. Or
So all I get is
30.
fucking
Number after.
cheerleading when I search your channel.
Hmm.
And I'm sure you're just torn to pieces about that, J Dub.
I do. It's one of the greatest things in the world.
Okay.
So it sounds to me like they're finally going to get the omnibus thing that Dale wants to do, so we can get some cash flow a little bit.
And it sounds like
they're
we
going
all
to get
have
it off the ground. Sounds like they're
faith
going to
that
get
Mandy
they're going
can
to go
put it on the
crowdfund.
market and have a plan.
Well, they didn't say they're going to put it on the market. It's going to be, I guess, crowdfunded this year and then fulfilled sometime next year,
Well,
probably.
that's what I meant. Put it crowdfund it. Put it on the market.
Yeah.
Sell it.
I hope Mandy can
Well, they'll be collecting money for it this year.
finish the task.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Play.
This omnibus as like I think I referred to it today as kind of like a grenade where anybody that picks this thing up to help Dale with it is going to not that Dale necessarily needs help, but Dale wants to work with people.
Yeah.
So anybody that you know does this with him at this point is going to be blamed for every fucking facet of why it went wrong. So they really have kind of held Dale hostage for like 2 years on this.
Hostage.
While at the same time, you know, oh no,
Held
y'all are,
hostage.
we just want to support Dale. Y'all are stealing money from Dale. Y'all are doing Dale so fucking wrong. When in all reality, it's been them the whole fucking time. So fuck it, enough of that. I'm done with their bullshittery. They want to make me into like this big giant bitch. So fuck it. I'll play the bitch. I'll play the villain. Fine.
Yeah,
Can you pause that for a second? Just a quick
Let me get
second.
some.
This question is for Seven. You watched the Lasmat documentary, yeah?
I watched it when Ethan watched it. I didn't watch it before Ethan.
So is that something that is true? Is it what she's saying true right now? Like that people are saying that this thing hasn't been done because people are scared to touch it, and she's the only one that's been like, I'll touch it.
Made where anybody that picks this thing up to help Dale with it is going to not that Dale necessarily needs help, but Dale wants to work with people.
Yeah.
So anybody that you know does this with him at this point is going to be blamed for every fucking facet of why it went
That
wrong.
everybody that touches it is going to be blamed for every fucking facet that's going to go wrong with it.
No, she said that
So-
anybody who touches the thing is going to be blamed for everything that did go wrong with it already. All the stuff that went wrong in the past. That it's just a hot potato. You don't want to touch it. His project, is that true?
I don't think so. because Mandy's touching it now, and there's hope that it will get done in 5 parts.
Yeah, my argument
I mean,
earlier.
if people want it, I mean, he's Dale fucking Keown. Like, his fans really want him to do at least one more thing.
Calling a spade, though. I mean, you have Billy Tucci helping out. The man puts omnibuses together like
Gay Dollar was saying that earlier.
Like an Italian flipping pizza, but
yeah,
and it still fell through. So anything can fucking shipwreck a campaign or a project. Anything can.
But what
you're saying is it looks like
the last one
it's
did
not
was Dale.
it's not anybody else. It's Dale that's standing.
Dale
in Dale's
freaked
way.
out. Dale fucking freaked
And
out.
he didn't.
He did. He flipped the fuck out.
He didn't freak out. There was just too much nuance from the opinionated people who were not fucking Dale. That's what I was saying earlier.
Too many
maybe Dale needed some money. Maybe and that's the argument. But assuming that because he owns this intellectual property pit, that he was coming in to make, hundreds of thousands of dollars off of people's backs of the chat. Clearly, that's not what he was out to do, because he has not done it. That's not why he's hanging out on the internet talking with these people. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? So, Bill Tucci.
How do I make you big?
But let's not pretend that
you don't know how
he didn't collapse that campaign the night before it was supposed to launch.
He wasn't ready for it. That's as simple as that.
It doesn't matter if he was ready for it. They had the campaign page built. They had this is what I'm saying. Anything could tank it. And him turning around and saying, you know what, fuck this, your wife's a whore, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing, tanked the
do you want to do something with PTP?
Jay Dollar, what are you? Why are you at?
Remember, we're doing devil's advocate. That's what we're
no,
saying.
we're not. That's not doing devil's advocate. We're talking about like straight up what happened.
You heard Dale Keown say in his 4-minute video that maybe he kind of moved too fast when he started hanging out with these guys.
Correct.
And that's
he
that's
said
all
that. That's what Dale said.
Right. But
so
what I'm saying is, Jay Dollar, just factually, he even said in Mandy's stream earlier, I probably shouldn't have called his wife a whore. So he obviously overreacted a little bit, and maybe he wasn't ready. But the campaign was launched. He got cold feet, or he panicked, or he decided, like a guy who's getting married who really doesn't want to get married pulls out at the last second. It tanked the project. Anything can tank a project. Mandy could all of a sudden say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and tank the project. Like, you know what I mean? Anything. But if all goes well, and they can get these images scanned, then yes, I think Mandy has the wherewithal to actually, from that point on, get the job done. Yeah.
Right, and it sucks too. It sucks that Dale kept the PID files on a zip drive in a storage locker that was foreclosed on. Re-scanning art in a chore, if the documentary Lesmet said is true. Everyone wants their pound of flesh.
Yeah, they want a pound of Dale
To be
Keown
frank,
flesh.
dude had every right to freak out, and he was getting leached on by 6 people at once.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree, but my point still stands that anything can tank any little thing can tank a project.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah,
But if you're that person in that position, and you've held this IP for
Yes, I'm not saying
You're
it's wrong.
not
I'm not.
position.
It was a project that was alive and it got tanked.
Yeah, no, it was a project that was proposed and they got tanked.
No, there was a sign up. They were getting ready to launch at noon the next day, and at the last second, he pulled out.
Shane took his child to the zoo.
Yeah.
But no,
Dang, Amanda, man,
the
you
zip
took an
drives,
infant to
the
a
zip
zoo?
drives were in a storage locker. He literally said today that they were still in his basement somewhere.
Oh, so they're intact? Like, right?
He
Tech
says
got a hold of
if
them?
he
then-
still had, yeah, he said he's never kept original art or anything in storage locker in a
who
storage
knows?
unit.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Again,
because
I
the thing is,
repeat-
all the files, Dale has them, but they're in his basement somewhere. So
He
if you
doesn't
want this
have-
project to happen, go out there and find the artwork and rescan it and get it done. Because I can't be fucked to go look in my basement.
Exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah, let's. Yeah.
If you want this shit done,
The
you
man
bring
is
the
64
whole
years
pack-
old. He's got 64 years of
least-
shit in boxes.
The least he has to do, the better it is for the
in his
project.
fucking basement. You think he wants to go through all that shit?
This motherfucker's like
Probably got water damage.
12, 13 years old, older than my granddad when he died. You know what I mean? Like,
Hot water heater probably exploded one year, and all that shit's fucking been soaked.
Because what's probably going to end up happening, and this is where I think that Mandy is going to pull this off. This is why. Because there's, you work with people like Dale. And again, I'm assuming, right? I don't know what it's like to work with Dale in particular. But I've worked with people like this. And there'll be something that comes along where he's going to get a wild hair up his ass. And he's going to try to chew you out about something. And you can either say, dude, fucking take it easy. Or you could be like, you know what? I'm sorry. I'll take care of that. Don't worry about it. And Mandy seems like the kind of person that would be like, I got a lot invested in this. Let me say, oh, I'm sorry about that. Let me take care of that for you. Don't worry about it.
yep. In her women way. She's a fucking hustler. She is a,
I don't
She
need
is-
help, J Dollar. Don't reiterate my same point.
yeah, she's a
I agree
fucking,
with him.
she get, you know, and if she gets it done, awesome. Again, I would have gone to Bill Tucci and have him do everything.
They still can. There's no reason they can't because you're
But
right.
Dale isn't going to do that. It's not
Billy
even.
Tucci does have a lot of
He doesn't
experience that
shit.
can help them along their way.
Yeah,
know,
Billy
I thi-
Tucci's also
I
the kind of
think
guy
it-
that's like, go get those things out of your basement, and that's not going to work for Dale.
No, he was already doing all the scanning process with the PTP project.
I mean that in a in not literal.
I know what you meant, Dale.
Thank you, J Dollar.
Yes. Yeah. And again, a lot of people are putting weight on Dale like this is like the biggest thing of the eternity that's been happening.
It is
And
for him.
to Dale, it doesn't fucking mean he doesn't give a fuck. You know, and if he did, he would have done it 3 years ago, and if he did, he would have done it 5 years ago. Whenever that motherfucker's ready. Whenever
Yeah.
he's ready.
It's well as apparently he's ready now because
And he'll
Mandy
pick
and
whoever he
Nail-
wants to pick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting to
planned.
experience this.
Dylan's
very
the victim. Dylan's the victim within this story. He's just going along for the ride.
No, I don't think that at all.
He got bigger wet brain than me or Risey. Oh wow.
Reading Kirk shit. He's retarded.
Now that I don't believe.
He got bigger wet brain than me or Risey. I don't think anybody has more wet of a brain than Risey does. It's interesting.
Yes, pray towards.
It's interesting.
Indeed. All right, let's hear the play button.
Really, they really have kind of held Dale hostage for like 2 years on this thing, while at the same time, oh no, we just want to support Dale. Y'all are stealing money from Dale. Y'all are doing Dale so fucking wrong. When in all reality, it's been them the whole fucking time. So fuck it, enough of that. I'm done with their bullshittery. They want to make me into like this big giant bitch. So fuck it. I'll play the bitch. I'll play the villain. Fine.
Yeah, they're gonna-
I did it.
They're gonna
Swooped it.
Let me get some of these super chats. Hiroshima Taru for $2, and that hand has to go deep to reach the mouth. Talking about the hand up the puppet's ass there. Hiroshima Taru, Shane, you should have gatekept Ethan in retaliation. Yeah, you gatekept me earlier. I saw that.
I didn't mean to. I really thought you didn't want to come in. I would have you in a second, but you said I'm working. So okay.
Katie Did's channel for $2. Love you, Mandy and Dale. I'm so excited. You go, girl.
Hey, Katie.
P. Callan, Fly Eagles Fly for $2. No bigger white bread ass tool than OC Steve.
Oh, dude, don't even get me started. I'm trying to be
OC
nice. but
Steve,
don't get me
he
started.
used to make fun of John
I'm trying not
Malin.
to be too mean.
He was the
I
fake
don't
John
believe in a lot of
Malin.
this though, because I did have Patrick on a lot, and I would kind of launch and close out his campaigns and shit, and push
yeah.
his shit a lot. And I just feel like I found this retarded puppy and I fed it.
It kind of did. Yeah,
And,
no,
and
yeah,
that retarded puppy,
Wow.
I never thought about a retarded puppy getting big and having teeth.
yeah, no,
Running
it
around the
shit-
neighborhood and eating people's kids, and I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it shit on the floor, like you never house trained it, so it's just running around like
Keto, we just
pissing and
called him
shitting all
a
over the floor. Now that I think about it, this kind of is your fault.
Adopted
Yeah, I'm
puppy.
sorry.
Wow.
Shane, Bearwolf sent you the entire Pit PTP stream. Yes, I am not going to
Thank
keep
you.
that. For people who don't know, Patrick has had a habit of striking channels, and people don't bring that up enough.
Did he
has
do that?
striking
Did
channels.
Patrick strike channels?
Now, a lot of that little break
No, I'm unaware. I don't know. This is the first time hearing about it, so I don't know.
groups been doing that lately, haven't they? That's kind of become a thing. Like,
We'll talk to Ethan about that while he's in here, right? So
Yeah.
let's talk about people striking channels, little groups, tensions like this brewing shit that's 2 years old over another man's property, by the way.
I don't
Right?
believe
Like, I mean,
Jesus
crowdfunding, go make your own ideas, make them reality. If they're good people, hopefully we'll back them.
faked
Like, what the fuck is
rip-off
going on?
verse.
Like,
Is
I
there
mean,
an-
what
is
is
there-
going on where
they're
everybody's
talking a
so
lot
happy and
as if there's a
snappy
bunch of
and,
people
gay clips,
talking
gotchas,
shit
and-
on this project. Are people talking shit on this project?
Yeah, it's pretty deep.
Not,
It's deep.
not on the project. The project is the Pit Omnibus or something. They're
I'm
talking,
talking about the Mandy
people.
team up with Dale Keown. We're gonna do a Pit Omnibus. Are there a ton of people out there? Like she's saying, like
No,
like,
this just-
fucking Mandy. This whore is stealing Dale's money. Is that what's going on?
Well, they've been
No.
saying that.
I
They've been
haven't
saying
seen
that
it
since day one, like that Mandy was behind the original project falling apart, and Mandy wanted it for herself, and blah blah blah. And it's like, it's been 2 years. And like Dale said today, like, he might as well just do it with her because at this point.
You trust her.
I'm of the mind that, like, if you push, it's like accusing someone of cheating that's not cheating, and then like they just go, well, fuck it, if you're gonna accuse me of it, I might as well go do it, type of thing.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So what she's saying is true. There's a lot of people that are like, "Fuck Mandy, she's a
Oh, yeah.
leech stealing money from Dale."
Yeah.
Okay.
Dillard does
That's
nothing
that's all I wanted to
about
know.
what's going on. Who invited him? Dillard. Who invited you? Praetor 7 wants to know.
Oh, Jay Dollar did, yeah.
Indeed.
I
Hey, he
didn't.
sent me a message that says, "Let's talk about a Last Mass documentary," and he posted the link.
Oh, to my channel. I'm live.
And it turned into an interesting set of scenarios. It really did. Maybe just everybody needed to get it out this week, you know?
No, because I know that when everything first went down, that there was a lot of blame going at Mandy. There was also a lot of blame saying that Ethan was trying to be a swooper, all that shit that went down. But I don't know, has that still been going on? Is it still active and going on? That's what I'm asking. She's claiming that people
Yeah.
are doing shit still.
I feel like there's a lot of that people still want to get out about this, and it's not been settled. You know what I mean? Like, they have not settled the score in this argument, and it really, Lasmat really did maybe he did, maybe he didn't know what he was doing, but he really, like, festered, like a volcano.
Stirred something. Yeah, it's like a pimple finally popping. Oh, that pimple finally popped.
Yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
and I told Lasmat today, I was like, you're really getting good at this documentary shit. And
It's pretty
look what
polished.
it did.
Yeah, it's
Look
well
what it
produced, right? It's true but not factual. Is that a saying? Is that
well, everyone has
Or
their
it's
opinion,
factual,
right?
No, it's the other way around. It's factual but not true,
Yeah.
or true or not factual. Whatever.
Perspectives. Everyone has a different perspective on how they got butt fucked on all of this nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know. Like, I mean, have you not noticed that there is just a whole different vibe?
Big old water bottle Ethan's drinking.
No, this feels exactly like 2018 to me.
That motherfucker.
Anxiety for 8 years straight.
never
Like,
mind.
I don't know what it's like to not feel like my blood is on fire. I don't know what that feels like to just feel normal anymore at all. There's always somebody, and then they go away and they're replaced by somebody else. who's trying to destroy my life and my world and my livelihood. It's been this way now since 2017, and it hasn't stopped. So the fact that it's these people instead of these people, there's a little extra added kind of like sting of the betrayal of it being the people that I helped and thought were like on my team. There's a little bit of that, but
Have you
it's
ever
different
felt
than that
the
now. It feels like
sting
Comicsgate. And that's
of
why when I
betrayal?
talk about how Comicsgate used to be blah blah
A
blah,
little bit,
not
a little
for me,
bit.
not for Zach, not for John. No, it's always been like this. And they're viciously going after Mandy. Mandy probably feels that same anxiety. They go after Anna. Anna probably feels that same anxiety. It's like you're the hair on your arm stands on end. You don't. I don't know what it's like to feel normal anymore.
Right.
I don't.
I know.
Mhm.
Sure.
So I didn't know I was grinding my teeth till it was like, oh, time for a crown, time for a root canal, and like.
I guess
like,
if I'm gonna
very,
go
like,
meta with the conversation,
What did I say?
I
What did I
want to
say
know.
when you said
What
that?
I really want to know is if this
What is it?
is
Uh-huh.
them discussing it or if this is marketing.
This is
Both.
Marketing.
figuring it out on the fly because maybe it was just thunk of
It's both. It's
less
both.
than 2 weeks ago
They're getting it. They're getting to vent at the same time.
and figure things out.
They're using it to market.
Which way? Yeah. Because I guess Gay Dollar has not said that he has faith that Mandy and Dale can get this done, but I do. I think they can get it done. Dillard, you think they can get it done? Dark Gift, do you think they can get it done?
I gotta wait
God
and see
bless
how
him.
how they handle the scans. That's gonna be the big F.
Right, the actual,
Yeah.
Get down, turn around, go to town.
All right, hit play.
Boot, scoot, and boogie.
There's a lot of people doing the pit on the mistake with Talon. We got a Dark Gift in here. He goes, I'm a bit behind, but AL Elasmat says he reached out to Dale for comment on on Facebook.
Oh, they read it. Dark Gift. Did you hear that?
I didn't see
Oh,
it.
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
Facebook?
They read no because you.
Maybe he did. Okay, I'll
wait, you yelled at me, so you super chat him. Super chat. They're talking about this. I didn't. They just read it. All right.
Well, it's still a shit documentary all the same.
Well, yeah, because it's. I mean, how the fuck are you gonna make a documentary when you
How
interview
do
one
I go
person?
back?
Documentary all.
Yeah, he said
Yeah, he says the documentary.
It's the one that I'll give Elasmat credit on the fact that he's putting these together very well, but
No, it's still a shit documentary all the same.
Well, yeah, because it's.
they do seem a little like lopsided. And that's just friendly criticism.
All right. Wait.
On the mistake with Talon. We got a Dark Gift in here. He
Wait.
goes, I'm a bit behind, but AL Elasmat says he reached out to Dale for comment on on Facebook. He says the documentary.
Oh,
He read your comment. You told me to super chat that comment. He just read it.
Yeah. I'm
is it
surprised.
Facebook?
Yeah, he
I
said.
guess.
Oh, really? Maybe he did. Okay, I'll check.
Well, it's still a
Okay,
shit
maybe he
documentary
did.
all the
I'll
same.
check.
Well, yeah,
Dale
because
said.
it's. I mean, how the fuck are you gonna make a documentary when you interview one person, and the one
Yeah.
person you interview is like going against everything? Like
They
4
read
people
you.
were
They're
there.
not.
3 of them said this happened, and one of them said no, this happens. I mean, who do you believe?
But
3 or the one?
they were also saying that like he
Nah,
didn't
Hiroshima
reach out to
Maru, it
any
was
of them.
me, it
And
was
I
my
like,
fault.
that's
Don't you
that's
try to
inaccurate.
Exactly
Yeah,
why
it's
you made that
Hiroshima. We know
point.
whose fault it
And
was.
you asked me to.
Ron,
Are you on good
Ron
terms with them?
189,
Type it in their
why is
chat.
John not here letting down his CG brothers.
But yeah, they're
I don't
a
know.
bit
Why did I take
lopsided.
tickets?
Like
You know,
you
like,
can
Dan still
interview these
questioned me
people,
on
and
that,
they
and
might not
like,
want to, and then you could say that.
I look back,
you
like
know?
it was over an hour conversation with me.
But
Patrick was a big
gotta
part of that
try.
conversation and on those face to face. And I just can't help but see this scum fucking motherfucker thought that somehow I would be pressured and guilt tripped into telling Dale to put this thing back on the menu. The more I see this documentary and how much of it's Patrick and resentment, and then this shit comes out after, that's
Patrick
obviously not
heavy.
going to happen. Like, and what would I do? Say, hey, like, what would be the purpose of Dan, like, guilting me? Oh, well, you took your daughter to the zoo. You didn't feel like helping a brother out. Well, John, that was your responsibility. Like, okay, what we're going to go make Dale do something with his property that obviously Dale had either cold feet
Cool
or
Dale
reservations
is.
at the least about doing. You know, just concerns about doing.
Right.
Well, I can't find anything on Facebook. So.
Oh. He didn't see Elasmat's message on Facebook. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
He answered your question. Dale answered your
I
question.
wasn't gonna like super chat again because it's been so long, but
David,
he's probably checking messages, and Elasmat sent him a friend request. I probably should have specified that because you can't
L for $2.
message unless you're like, if you message and you're not friends with somebody, it goes into like a
Oh, you send them a friend request with a message. Hey, this is a friend request. You can write down. You can click friend request and put, hey, this is Elasmat. I'm doing a documentary on the Pit Omnibus thing. I would like your input on it. Blah blah blah.
right. Yeah,
And that comes in at the same area that you check your messages.
Yeah, but it comes in under like a different inbox, so to speak. Like, you
So
know,
you're
like,
saying
he
he's too
tried.
drunk to know?
No, he tried. He
well, I don't know if
Yeah,
Elasmat sent
he
a
might be
message.
too
He might have just
Canadian
sent a friend
to
request.
know
but-
how to
No, but
navigate.
like how Twitter has
Facebook
message
Messenger.
requests, and you have to go into your message requests to see messages from other people. Facebook Messenger has a similar.
How well do you
section.
think Dale can operate Facebook Messenger? Does he have it?
I don't know.
Does he ever use it?
But he can't even piss in a bottle and remember to close it.
But at least he listened to you and he tried to look.
Yeah.
When is the sign up for Pit?
So Dale and I talked about that as well. We are not going to do a sign up for this. You guys have already signed up for this.
Dale
You've been there,
and
done
I
that. We are
talked
just
about
within the next, I don't know, like 30 days or so, we're going to launch. So we're not going to do a big sign up
30
and have
days.
you guys go in and do and get on the mailing list, all of that.
8,
Y'all have already
10,
done it. We're just going to launch it. You guys can follow us on, over here, follow us on Ballers, follow us on Twitter, and we will let you guys know when it launches. Go back at show Dale some love and some support, but we're not asking you guys to sign up again. That's I feel like y'all have already done that. So
I just found my Donnie Facebook communications, and I sent him the link.
Donnie's the midget,
week
right?
after week.
no, you really you were.
It's nothing but me sending him the link and him not responding.
I think that part of the divorce really got to you, Dale. That it's like
it's hard.
Yeah, you had this little midget that you wanted to swaddle and just really care for, and in the divorce you lost it, and
I want to address this. Walker Toxic Ranger for $2. Look at this panel of Cry Bully Zeros. Honestly, they're laughing to the bank. I don't know what you're talking about as far as Dale and Mandy goes. And as far as I'm concerned, I've had to watch over an hour of somebody being a sock puppet for PTP because he can't do it on his own channel. Shit talk, a whole situation, and twist the narrative that's only through his point of view and not even fact check or quite simply false. Or accusing people like me who sold his shit, Ethan, Mandy, John, of sabotaging it for our own monetary gains. I don't think we're the cry bullies. I think Patrick is crying. I mean, his shirt would be soaked if his beard wasn't absorbing his tears. He's been crying for 2 fucking years about another man's property. We are far from the criers in this situation.
There's so much fucking funny about that to me. Oh my god, that is fucking funny. Thank you. Thank you for the $2 and a laugh. That's good. Oh, damn.
So the Doc Brewski for $1.99. So Pit Omnibus is going to happen.
Yes.
Well, you need to first let me stop you. You need to quit calling it Omnibus.
Okay.
Because it's technically not an omnibus. That is a confusing word. You were
Okay,
going
yes,
straight.
we are. Yes, we are doing a trade paperback. Now, when all is said and done, when all 5 issues of the trade paperback is out, then we are going to do a massive omnibus of all of it. So it will that we are trying to get Dale as much bang for his buck, basically. So yes, in the beginning, what you'll be able to back is 5 4-issue a piece for the next few years, and then at the very end of things, we're going to do a hardcover omnibus, all of that good stuff for you guys.
So here's my beginnings of the Pit Omnibus was me going in back room. I said I got this in the mail. Look, Pit's in this, and this was a Kickstarter campaign, and that was basically my only involvement is showing this book to Dale to show the issues where Pit was in it, and then being reprinted, and then
Cyberforce,
the stream that I put up to launch it. That was it. But evidently, I was involved with it 100 whatever percent. Ethan, what have you got going on this weekend? Is he here? No.
No,
Ethan's not here.
he's wandered.
He's wandered away. We got Shane, Mandy, Ethan. Why not just own taking Pit away from these giant gashes?
Why do I pay attention to you people in the first place?
I don't know.
Who am I? Who are you? Anyway. Mandy sounds like a chipmunk when she laughs at 2 times speed. It's not nice. It's true, but it's not nice. Starting to look like one of those.
He's saying she's starting to look like a chipmunk's in the cheek too.
Yeah, do you think does she look pregnant? She looks pregnant, right?
It's either that. Well, Mandy, and I'm not saying that this is the case, but Mandy has mentioned that at one point she was a little overweight and she lost a lot of weight. She could be gaining it back, but I thought the same thing you did,
Water
Jay.
weight, bro. Water weight.
I love thick chicks, bro. I love it so much. So.
I thought the same thing that you did. I was like, did she get pregnant?
You know, like when a girl lays down on the bed, like face first, and their bodies are just like on the sheets. You know, I know 709 likes black dudes laying on the bed, but I picture white women laying on the bed. And just like it's like the best thing ever. Like it's just like when it's like an envelope.
You're being really gross.
Make it.
Gay Dollar has barely been able to keep it in his pants all night. It's gross.
I think that's why he's being so. Fucking, we just figured out why he's being so emotional about this. Oh my god,
Bro.
I'm not being emotional.
Yes, you are. You don't even know.
I hear everyone's
Dillard
arguments.
is right. Dillard is right.
No. I hear everyone's arguments. It's evident. Like everyone's opinion valid, but the only one that matters is Keown and what he does with his IP.
And Mandy.
And if he uses Mandy as, the sponge.
The succubus. Oh, the sponge.
Yeah, the succubus. Interesting.
Solicitor.
I just can't believe he gave Mandy 10% of the pit property in perpetuity. To do
In
his business.
perpetuity.
Is
Only
that what
10.
he said?
Not 40. Only 10. In perpetuity. Did he say that, Dillard?
Yeah, like Mandy owns 10% of pit now. Period.
He said that.
When did that happen? I don't remember hearing that.
Only ones being emotional are EVS, Shane, and Mandy. Why else would they go live to cope with even twice today?
Why wouldn't you? You get super chats. Good for your business.
Praetor says
for you.
J Dolla's ready to breed.
Bro, it's just. Shh.
I would, I would impregnate Mandy.
I know you would. We all know that. That's what we're talking about here.
It's no problem.
We're just talking about the lengths you would go to.
That is
The only
what
ones,
I feel.
the only ones being emotional are EVS, Shane, and Mandy.
Well, I mean, this, like I said, man, this is business. This is a lot of money. They,
Potentially $100,000. Pit
I hope
omnibus.
they handle it well and they make a lot of money.
I do too.
And it looks like they're wrapping up the conversation.
Are you watching live?
Just despite them. Screw these cock smokers.
All this.
Like Ethan May and
all this
Mandy
shit.
and Dan
Yeah,
has
right.
full
There
blown
we go.
gotten to the point of wanting to be a nuisance and distraction to me if he can.
Yeah.
Because I've counted, because I noticed this pattern of Dan pinging me whenever a book is getting ready to go out. Now, for people who don't know the history, I probably funded a launch Starlight Cats after Black Flag. So that's my theory with Dan and me. I don't think Dan likes me, but I don't think Dan doesn't.
Closet?
I think he has a problem.
So the first time I met Dan, because I don't really care at this point,
Pink bunny suit.
he complained about Shane and said that Shane was okay, this is like sick in brackets, but he basically said that Shane was nonsensical and didn't take this like he didn't
Take it seriously.
take it seriously.
This whole
But it seems like Shane is the one who's persevered, and Dan, you are the one who
Shane has
failed.
produced far more than Dan Fraga has. Shane has.
And yeah, and I bought one of Shane books, because I got tied up and I got it already. And I
Pink
not
bunny
not
suit.
only did I spend like $1,200, $1,300, $1,400, meaning
It's a lot of money. Yeah, Gem Shock too. Where's
Dan, so
Cyberpunk
I
3?
met Dan
Where's-
Fraga. I met Dan
The hand
Fraga
sketch.
twice. In both of those times, because I got a hotel room and all that, because the convention was over the weekend. Da 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 da. Spend well over $1,000, but I also backed his book 3 times,
Black
which is
Panther?
a mistake.
I bet it was.
And these are the circumstances
Take a risk.
that we have to deal with. And, I
chat-
wish.
The chat is calling for you to release your voice message that you
No,
have
I'm not.
listened
I'm not
to.
gonna. I'll never listen to that voice message.
So
Praetor.
fuck off, Praetor 7. Don't ever ask that question again because Gay Dollar refuses.
Wait, what? I have a message for Dillard. Tell Dillard about Jay's unlisted, unlistened
Yeah.
to voicemail from Fraga.
So on May 30th, Dan
This year?
Fraga called me. He text messaged me, or he called me. He left a voice message. Then he texted me, and then he texted me again the same text.
You're talking
And
about this
then-
year.
This year in May. And then not even
Well, the
27, not even 27, 26. Because remember, I had did a live stream and I had talked about Dan a few times. And then I did another live stream in April, and I had said a few more things about Dan. And
Were
so-
they
and
laudatory or were they derogatory?
I had expressed my sadness in the situation.
Hmm.
And about 2 to 3 weeks later, Dan Fraga, like I just said, he called me, left me a voice message, text message. And then not even 27, 26 days later, he's yelling at Shane about like shaking his hand and shit like that. And, you know,
Watching 3 live streams at once without drugs takes a special type of
yeah, right. It's Dan, I love you, but like you are not able to keep up with like the LOL drama of the internet, and it's for some reason just got to you and it broke you. And I hope one day that you know,
So you said that you received several text messages and then a phone call message that
From
you didn't
Fraga.
listen to.
in May.
The text messages that you received, were they alarming? Because when you get a text message, like you'll get to see like the first couple of you know.
no, he
words
said I left
in
you
the
a
text.
voicemail, and then a few minutes later, I
But
left you a
haven't listened.
voicemail.
You haven't listened to it.
And I'm not going to listen. I refuse. I'm not going
What
to.
After
what
you-
is
after
the
you
what is
poured
the
money-
reason though that you're refusing to listen to it?
Yeah.
Because
Do you think that he's trying to pull shenanigans? Do you think that he's gonna be
So-
gibbering bullshit that you don't want to hear? What is it?
so like I said, I had complained a little bit on my live streams about like the money I spent to go out there and all that. And not even a month later, you know, it is what it is. And then
What
Not
happened to
even
Fraga
20.
a month later after you stopped wearing the bunny?
well, you can tell it was getting to him. And then he went and yelled at Shane.
Oh, so you think that he left you a voicemail yelling at you?
I don't think so. I think he was trying to.
Don't know because you haven't listened to it.
He was trying. Yeah, I'm not. So, yeah. So these are the last.
Oh,
So my
don't-
last
make
message to
you big?
him.
You don't know how to do this. How do I make you big? My buttons that I push.
So when he, oops. So Dan Fraga. Hold on. Let's see if we can get this.
It's your phone number, bro. You dox it if you want to.
I said, anyway, so the day he lost his mind was on March 8th. I said, are y'all still in the back streams? And then nothing had gone on, and I had talked about things on my live stream that had and not necessarily offended me, but I was like, bro, I spent thousands of dollars to meet you. I backed your campaign 3 times. I've met you twice in real life. You know, I've met your children. I've met your wife.
Silly goose.
And then he called me on the 30th, left me a voice message, and then text me and then text me again. And you know, I'm nobody. I amount to nothing. But at the same time, like, there's motherfuckers who have spent money on you, and like the whole reason, like I'll never back Indiegogo campaign or Kickstarter campaign again. I'll never do it. I'll never, because of everything that's gone on.
Right.
I refuse. Like, and then maybe you'll take the grace of fucking God or Ahu or a Mazda, like somebody, something.
Thor.
You know, Thor. But you know, I've spent money, real life money,
Yep.
and I'm not
I
going to
did.
be fucked again.
I did too. I don't think I've been fucked up.
And
I understand every time I click submit payment, I'm taking a risk on somebody who I think is talented and capable of keeping their promise to me. Just saying. Maybe he's just trying to mend bridges. Kratos says.
I'm a dude, and I look at things from dude perspectives, and I really hate being burnt, right?
Yeah.
And you know, those situations, those issues have arisen, and because I chose to participate, and knowing some of you guys, maybe I feel a little bit
Warm and
let
fuzzy.
down. I feel let down. And maybe if I never met my hero, so to speak, maybe I never met the person, maybe I never got the bunny suit, I wouldn't be let down. You get what I mean? So this is the hard spot. And Anthony and Dillard, y'all two, like, y'all are creatives. Like, it's such a difficult, annoying, obnoxious position to be put in. And, only the strongest survives. And that survival can be a couple, $10,000, $100,000.
Doggy dog style.
But the real warriors make $100,000 consistently or more.
I think I'm.
It's just it's so.
Am I Starlinking?
No, you're fine.
No.
It's just like,
Somebody's roboting.
yeah.
You lost a lot of money backing books, but the community is my entertainment from the real world shit show going on. And I love you, comic nerds.
Yeah. Kirk, you're crazy. You don't know how to have a real conversation, but you know what's going on. You get tied up in the drama, like we're talking about right now, and that's what consumes you.
I never asked for your worship in the first place. I never asked for your worship in the first place. So fuck off.
You know, when I lived in Key West, I lived in Key Largo in Key West. My dad was stationed there for like 2.5, 3 years. So we lived there for like 3 years. I remember we were at this badass bar in Key Largo, and Tom Cruise was at the table, and he was with some bitch. It wasn't Nicole Kidman, and it wasn't that other lady that he had the kid with. It was just some lady. And I remember this. You remember Manon Rayum? She was the female. She was the first female person trying to get
but anyway,
into male hockey. Manon Rayum. She tried to get in. So this was around that time frame. And so, like, it was me, my dad, my mom, and my sister was super young. It was just 4 of us. And when we were sitting there eating dinner, like 6, 7, 8 people had come up to Tom Cruise while he's sitting down eating that dinner. You know, my mom, my dad, they never even considered getting up and getting in the way with his dinner.
Like they're doing with Del Keown.
Yeah. And this is what's happening, you know. And some people can figure it out, and some people cannot figure it out. And this is what we're dealing with right now. Like this whole like to be Dillard and to be Anthony right now has to be a headache. Has to be a headache.
Oh, God bless him. Is it a headache?
Yeah,
you two?
God fucking bless him.
Is it a headache to be you two?
You have
DG
no
and
idea
Dillard?
how hard
Oh.
it is to be me.
God bless you,
Seriously.
bro. God bless you.
Yeah, so just imagine like being a Dillard or being an Anthony or an Ethan or a Shane, no matter your tier, going all the way up to Dale Keown, and you're just trying to have a dinner with your girlfriend, and everybody and their mother is coming at you.
Trying to have dinner with my girlfriend. My wife keeps calling.
Yeah.
It's better than focusing on Epstein, Iran, dollar deflation, and retarded stuff.
And
It's freetainment.
freetainment.
It's free. It's freetainment. Shane and Ethan and John and Mandy and Dale and the
If this drama had not started, Shane would not have gotten,
freetainment.
Shane would not have gotten those 50 membership super chat. You know what I'm saying? So this is great for the movement. It really is, despite everyone's complaints.
The movie-
Devil's advocate, right? You know, how do you
I will never stop focusing on Epstein
Yeah.
until everyone is brought to justice.
Good luck.
For the evil they perpetrated.
And all I have to do is just whine about it. I just gotta whine about it. That's all.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, I'll push play.
That is his problem with getting his book drawn,
Oh, that's pretty good.
not me. And I'm
No,
just
it's,
that's my read. That's my read.
He could be what they call deflecting.
Yeah.
Reflecting his shit onto you.
Look, they're calling it Shane derangement syndrome. Andy, what do you think about that?
By the way, fellas, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate your company.
That's such a petty thing for him to be angry about. But what are you going to do? Are you going to get angry at yourself, Steve, and sit down and get your shit done? Or are you going to be angry at the guy that maybe is making you look bad?
Right.
Wait, I heard you say my name. Oh, why did you keep doing that? What did you say?
Shane derangement syndrome. What do you think about that? SDF.
I think I'm suffering.
All right.
I think I'm suffering.
I mean, and dude, I'm not taking a lot of pride in getting my books out. I got an Asian wife yelling at me every day that I'm behind, and I am behind. Shane Davis, you missing my super chat earlier, sir.
I'm gonna pee.
If I maybe
Okay,
unstarted,
take over.
let me look through. I may have to go into YouTube and bring it up. It's possible because of the way the StreamYard is. I clicked off of it. But I just have an Asian wife screaming at me all the time. I'm behind. And just for the record, I am behind because of my arm. A lot of people, I didn't bitch about it, but like my arm was in a cast for like it wasn't 6 months, was it? Like,
Did you just say you didn't bitch about your arm? Dude, you complained about that constantly.
how long was it in a cast?
Wow, like 6 months. It was
So
a long time. You were a robot for a while.
Yeah, part of the problem with that injury and that surgery is they said it causes fatigue, mental fatigue, and I didn't really understand it because I'm like, I feel normal, but I actually can't remember. I remember events, but I don't remember time in that time. If that makes sense, like I don't remember like the concept of time. in that-
Motherfucker
that-
got
Yeah.
So there was, like, there was
PTSD
something
from a
going
broken
Yeah.
arm.
during that injury.
Yeah.
And everybody, no, that's fucking stupid. But every guy that did a vlog about it would try to explain it, and it never made sense to me. And then now I'm saying it, and it sounds just like the guys in the video vlogs.
No, I'm laughing about the chat saying I don't remember the time, but I remember you complaining about. You're all like, I didn't complain at all, dude. You complained about that arm like constantly, like all the time. You complained about this fucking arm.
Dude, I was in so much pain, and I only drew like about two. I only drew about 2 pages of Inglorious Rex 2 with my arm in the cast. Like that was pretty much it. Like and the rest was writing and doing fulfillment and trying to get work done on Inglorious Rex 3. But I was set back about 6, maybe not a full 6 months, but at least 4 months of work. So like I'm paying for it now. Like I am fucked up. Like
No, you're
from
fine.
that arm. No, I'm
No,
fucked up. I'm fucked
You're
up.
fine.
I'm
You're
trying, to,
fine.
I'm trying to get it back. Let me look at my. I'm gonna find that super chat before it didn't go through. I'm going into my supers now. It's not in StreamYard. What's
No,
his name
it's
again?
not
Motlop.
Smart luck. Yeah.
All right.
No, it's comical to me that you're like, I didn't complain about it, but dude, no, you did all the time. Complain about this arm. Dale heard it too all the time. We laughed about it. We were like, oh no, Shane's bitching about that arm again.
Smotlock, I'm not seeing you on my end.
Yeah, I'm looking.
No, I'm pulling it up. I'm not. It must have not have went through. You thought you sent it.
Oh, you
I
missed
can
it,
share my
7 of
screen and
9.
see
You
what
missed
your, as far
solid
as the screen
gold.
goes, there's no.
What did I miss?
Shane Davis was saying that when he had his arm in a cast, when he broke his arm, that the trauma from the event was so severe he is missing memories from the time that he couldn't remember events.
I didn't know he broke his arm. I know he had operated on. I didn't know he broke it.
Whatever. He had a cast on his arm, and it caused him so much trauma that his brain is now broken.
How far back up do I have to go?
Oh,
12
don't
minutes,
know.
11.
About a minute.
Can I don't know if I can aim that well. Pow.
Well, I mean,
Play.
I just told you
You're
everything.
fine,
that
you're
happened.
fine.
I'm trying to get it back. Let me look at my. I'm going to find that super chat, or it didn't go through. I'm going into my supers now. It's not in StreamYard. What's
No,
his
it's
name
not
again?
StreamYard.
Smart.
Smart Lock, yeah.
All right.
No, it's comical to me that you're like, I didn't complain about it, but dude, no, you did. All the time,
Before this.
complain about this arm. They all heard it too. All the
Before.
time, we laughed about it. We were like, oh no, Shane's bitchy about that arm again.
Smotlock, I'm not
Back
seeing
there.
you on my end.
Yeah, I'm looking.
No, I'm
Before
saying
this.
it, and it never made sense to me. And then now I'm saying it, and it sounds just like the guys in the video vlogs.
No, I'm laughing about the chat saying I don't remember the time, but I remember you complaining about. You're all like, I didn't complain about, dude.
Before
You
this.
complained about that arm, like
You keep playing the same spot over and over
all
again.
the
Yeah,
time
it's
you
before
complain about
this.
the arm.
Dude, I was in so much
You
pain,
just-
and I only drew like about two. I only drew about 2 pages of Inglorious Rex 2 with my arm.
Before
in the cast.
this.
Like, dude, are you gonna get angry at yourself, Steve, and sit down and get your shit done, or are you gonna be angry at the guy that maybe is
Just
making
play
you
it
look
from
bad?
here. Whatever.
Right.
This is fine.
Wait, I heard you say my name. Oh, why do you keep doing that? What'd you say?
Shame derangement syndrome. What do you think about that? SDF.
I think I'm suffering.
All right.
Huh.
I think I'm suffering.
I mean, and dude, I'm not taking a lot of pride in getting my books out. I got an Asian wife yelling at me every day that I'm behind, and I am behind. Shane Davis, you missing my super chat earlier, sir.
Uh-oh.
If I maybe unstart it, let me look through. I may have to go into YouTube and bring it up. It's possible because of the way the StreamYard is. I clicked off of it, but I just have an Asian wife screaming at me all the time. I'm behind, and just for the record, I am behind because of my arm. A lot of people, I didn't bitch about
Because
it
of
but
my
when was
arm.
in the cast
I
for,
didn't
like,
bitch about it.
Fucking it
It
wasn't
was
6
in the
months.
cast
Like,
for about
Did you just say you didn't bitch
4
about
months.
it? Dude, you complained about that constantly.
He
how long
did.
was it in the cast?
Wow, like 6 months.
4.
It was a long time. You were a robot for a while.
Yeah, part of the problem with that injury and that surgery is they said it causes fatigue,
Injury
mental
and
fatigue, and I didn't really
surgery.
understand it because I'm like, I feel normal, but I actually can't remember. I remember events, but I don't remember time in that time, if that makes sense. Like I don't remember like the concept of time and that.
Yeah.
So there was something going on with me during that injury, and everybody. And that's
Wait,
fucking stupid, but
what-
every guy that did a vlog about it
Okay.
tried to explain it, and it never
Right.
made sense to me. And then now I'm saying it, and it
doesn't make
seems-
sense to me that he got surgery on his arm, but that time it was in the cast. Didn't make sense to him.
At the time that he was in the cast, he lost the sense of time.
Because he can draw.
It's just like the guys in the video vlogs.
No, I'm laughing about the
Okay.
chat saying I don't remember the time, but I remember you complaining about. You're all like, I didn't complain about, dude. You complained about that arm, like
He did.
constantly, like all the time. You complained about this fucking arm.
Dude, I was in so much pain, and I only drew like about 2. I only drew about 2 pages of Inglorious Rex 2 with my arm in the cast. Like that was pretty much it. Like and the rest was writing and doing fulfillment and trying to get work done on Inglorious Rex 3. But I was set back about 6, maybe not a full 6 months, but at least 4 months of work. So like I'm paying for it now. Like I am fucked up, like
No, you're
from
fine.
that arm. No, I'm
No,
fucked up. I'm fucked
You're
up.
fine. You're fine.
I'm trying to get it back. Let me look at my. I'm gonna find that super chat, or it didn't go through.
We're
I'm going
anti
into my supers
now,
now.
guys.
It's not
We're
StreamYard.
anti.
What's
No,
his name
it's not
again?
StreamYard.
Smotlock.
Smart Lock, yeah.
All right.
No, it's comical to me that you're like, I didn't complain about it, but dude, no, you did. All the time, complain about this arm. They all heard it too, all the time. We laughed about it. We were like, oh no, Shane's bitchy about that arm again.
Smotlock, I'm
How
not
are you,
seeing you on my
Dillard?
end.
What up?
Is this boring to you, Dillard?
Yes.
No, I wasn't the one yawning. That was Jay Dollar. But yes, this is boring to me.
I actually do have to jump off. I got to take the dog to the vet in the morning.
Okay,
so
bye. Anthony,
Thanks.
thank you. Thanks.
thanks for having me, and I'll
bet.
catch you fellas later.
Bye.
All right, so
Now that we got the blackout here.
yeah, what are your thoughts on this 7 and 9?
Oh, the WAP is gone. I think it's brilliant that anybody who, with some talent and good hard work, can, make comic books that people like me like and like to back and like to see succeed.
Mm-hmm.
There are people out there who like Pitt, and if anybody can collate them into 5 separate books, it's Mandy and Dale.
7, will you give me any money so I can pay Dillard or Joe Ball to work on my cyberpunk book? Will you give me
I'm gonna
money?
say no. I'm gonna say no for now.
I'm going to
Yes.
give you 33% ownership.
Me?
Yeah,
33. Why? What would I do? What's in it for me?
33% ownership.
What do I have to do to get that
Nothing.
33%?
You have to pay. You have to pay for concept art.
Oh, pay for it. I have to. Oh, money. That's what I have to give. Oh, no,
Dillard gets 33, and I get 33.
no, pass.
Oh, okay.
You done it again, Jay Dollar. You ruined the business deal.
God damn it.
You're gay. You gay guys are anti-CG now for questioning Shane's PTSD.
Yeah.
PTSD from the fucking cast.
I mean, he does pretend. So
Shane pretended to be injured,
no, I didn't.
operated on, and convalescing. You know, he made his convalescence dramatic. Kind of funny, I think.
So you won't front money for me, you, and Dillard
Nope.
to do a cyberpunk book,
No.
and I'll put you in it.
Hooray. No.
Terrible.
Oh.
Damn, Jay Dollar, you are a terrible salesman.
But you.
No wonder you couldn't sell any mattresses.
Hey, I sold good mattresses.
I sold plenty of mattresses in my day.
What an interesting day. Didn't think this day would be like this. Interesting.
Yeah, Comicsgate is really interesting. There's a huge cast of characters strutting and prancing upon our stage for like 15 minutes at a time. Or so.
I'm just going to take advantage like everyone else has been doing.
It's easy to find honest creators who are willing to do honest business with total strangers.
Yeah. Yeah. That is a thing.
Yeah. So I have, I don't want to say I have high hopes for the Pit Omnibus vis-a-vis Mandy and Dale, but I hope it does.
Yeah.
I think they'll make a pretty good team. I think they'll make an effective team. That somehow they're both going to make some money. They'll both earn a profit. I don't know how big that profit will be, but I think they'll do well.
I also think they'll do well. I think that both of them have a lot of goodwill with the majority of what's left of Comicsgate.
What's left of it?
They will. Yeah. I think that they will get backed substantially. I think they're going to do fantastic.
I hurt my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So bad that I lost time. I don't know what that means.
I asked Heather today.
I hurt my arm so bad that I lost time.
I asked Heather today if she would she'd be down to go see it. Fantastic Four in IMAX, and I couldn't convince her.
Can you imagine this much drama in any other field? Like, yeah, probably a lot of drama in that. I bet
it's something else, Great George.
Just like the medicine mafia, right? Am I right, Gay Dollar?
Right.
The medicine mafia.
Someone needs to take over YouTube. See what happens.
We can do it. I'll spend money to do that. If you have $2, I have $2. Let's buy you.
Well, I just asked
Take it
you.
over.
You said no to Dillard.
Hmm.
Oh, he didn't say no to me. He said no to
I said
you.
no to you.
Oh yeah. What you get? Wait a minute.
I said you. Okay, I'm gonna end it,
Okay.
fellas. Thank you for coming by. Gay Dollar, thank you for asking me to stream. I talked about some things with a lot of people who I like. I appreciate it. I can't get my heart surgery done because the nurses are beefing.
Yes.
Those motherfuckers, those nurses are always beefing with each other. All right. Bye, fellas. Thanks. Can I end this now? Are we done, or
Yeah,
do you want to go?
Just
Or-
click end stream on the upper right hand corner.
Yeah, just click the button. Just click it.